rate, and instant approval.
I think I'll make that video right now.
The Pumpkin Spice Loan from Verve. Get started today at pumpkinspiceloan.com. Verve, a credit union. Federally insured by NCUA. Loan rates, terms, conditions, and instant approval based on credit qualifications, account relationship, and approval. Membership eligibility required. Subject to change without notice. Interest will accrue with the Pumpkin Spice Loan.
Western Wisconsin's sports leader, WKTY La Crosse, 96.7 FM, 580 AM. WKTY has been your home for UWL football for over 70 years. A tradition that continues today.
Nice jump cut move, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Every Saturday, from non-conference play to late-season conference rivalries to the D3 playoffs, UWL plays here.
Intercepted on the play, and that's a pick six for the Eagles.
Let's head to the field and join the voice of college football on WKTY, Drew Kelly.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into college football on WKTY 96.7 FM at 5 a.m. A glorious sun-soaked day for football here on Oktoberfest weekend in the city of La Crosse, as it is a D3 monster matchup in the WIAC, as WIAC play is underway. Number 3, Whitewater. Number 9, UW-La Crosse. Terry Erickson alongside me here again this week. Terry, we talked about last year what a perfect day, and I think we got a repeat of that in La Crosse. Obviously, the last September is over and October is in, and it's just absolutely perfect out. The only way it could be more perfect, a win in about 3 hours.
Lots of storylines in this game, but I've had lots of sleepless nights thinking about last year in the red zone, in the 2-yard line when the ball was deflected. But how about this? Roger Herring, all kinds of championships, but he did not like to be home on Oktoberfest weekend. He didn't like the parties. He didn't like the distraction. He didn't like any of that. And so he would always schedule his then Indians, now Eagles, away. Well, Matt Janis says, oh, no, we want you to embrace the moment. He gets his team marching in the parade on Thursday night. My grandchildren said, hey, Grandpa, there's the Eagles marching in the parade. He wants his Eagles to seize the moment, enjoy the experience, take it all in. At, not only Oktoberfest, but obviously playing football in an experience of a lifetime. So a little different style. Let's hope this style works for the Eagles here this afternoon.
Obviously, Evan Lewandowski coming to La Crosse for the first time since leaving as a redshirt sophomore, and that's always going to be a little bit awkward maybe for him at the beginning, but this defense is going to be up for a test because that cannon of an arm is going to return, except for this time it's going to be in purple and white.
How about a D3 player with D1 abilities, would you say? No. That's, again, another storyline. But the Eagle defense, I'll guarantee you they'll be ready for the abilities of Lewandowski.
You talk about the first quarter. That's something that I talked to Coach Janis about. You did as well, Terry. No points scored in the first quarter. That's something that I know that he wants to change. You talk about last year, outside of that Whitewater game and maybe against Grand Valley State, they jumped on teams early in the game and got off to monster leads and kind of just coasted from there on out, something that needs to turn around for them today against the Whitewater Warhawks.
I think they've been working on their style in practice and in team meetings about like getting ready, getting mentally ready. But notice when the second quarter starts, they just annihilate their opponents like 72-10 in the second quarter. But the first quarter, they just don't seem to show up.
And that's something that cannot happen here today against this Warhawks team. And they've been battle-tested. Talk about UWL getting a Division II victory. How about this schedule for Whitewater? They lost St. John's 24-10, then went to back to their home field, beat University of Mary Hardin Baylor, Texas, a perennial top 10 team, and then going back to Georgia and beating Berry College 17-3. So they're tested. UWL is tested. And talking to Coach Janis, and we talked to this prior to going on the air here, the intensity and the focus that he has and how he's been preparing for this game for 2 weeks, there's not going to be a team in the country that is going to be more ready to play this game than the Eagles.
I am so impressed with the approach and the culture of the Eagles and the coaching staff and the preparation and all those kinds of things, which we will get to in keys of the game, that hey, it's not just another game. Come on. People say that. Coaches say, players, just relax. It's just another game. Oh, no. Players know better than that. When coach says it, it's like, really?
Yeah.
It is not just another game. So they will be prepared, I'll guarantee you, and I'm excited for the setting here this afternoon.
Going to be a fun one. Oktoberfest Saturday afternoon. Eagles go into this one 3-0. So does Whitewater. And last year it was near the end of the season with conference title implications. This is going to be a big set to figure out who is going to have the lead and who's going to set the tone for this WIAC season.
All right. My last thought before we go to this break is this. Is there a bigger game in the country at every level, at any level, than there is here in La Crosse today? That's how excited I am. And all of our listeners, I'm sure, would agree.
Absolutely. Going to be a lot of eyes and ears on this one. Again, WKTYsports.com/video, the WKTY app, as well as around River City on Roku and Apple TV. 1 minute break. We're going to have that conversation with head coach Matt Janis when we return. This is college football on WKTY.
If you're a sports fan, you can't afford to miss the Dan Patrick Show on WKTY. Nick Wright, First Things First co-host, Fox Sports 1. It was great meeting your wife when we went to dinner and she came in. It was very nice.
It was. She's a wonderful woman. I mean, I think at some point you implied that you could buy her a fine piece of jewelry.
I guess we've opened up the door.
Yeah.
And you wear a fake Breitling on First Things First. Okay? You
what a son of a bitch.
You said you bought 3 fake Breitlings, correct?
Okay. And 1 real one for her.
I just said, look, if your wife needed a Breitling, come to Daddy.
Don't miss the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings 9 to 11 on WKTY 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of UW-La Crosse versus UW-Whitewater. We had a chance to speak with head coach Matt Janis yesterday afternoon. Let's hear that conversation now. Welcome back to the pregame show. Drew Kellett speaking with head coach of the Eagles, Matt Janis. Matt, you guys had a big-time Division II victory over Wayne State a couple of weeks ago. What were you kind of looking to gain going into that game, and did you kind of get what you needed out of it a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I think we scheduled, that game for a reason. It was to get us ready for conference play and get us ready for the size that we were going to see in the WIAC conference, and then also the speed that we were going to see in the WIAC conference. And we feel like that team gave us. I mean, Wayne State was massive. They were really, really physical, really aggressive. So we feel like we kind of got that. And then obviously, throughout the course of that game and how it, kind of how it played out, we got to put our team in some different situations to kind of work on, some mental football and kind of our mental toughness. We were down 14-0, so you have to kind of come back from that. We had the chance to, be we had to run out the clock, and our offense was able to take 6 minutes off the clock and never give them the ball back in the fourth quarter. So kind of we're able to get, not only prepare us for the size, physicality of the conference, but also in the type of games and the type of atmospheres that our conference is gonna put us in.
You guys kind of struggled the first game on special teams. Obviously, that wasn't the case in the last game with 2 block kicks from Adam Quam. Just talk about his presence and kind of that third element to the game that doesn't always shine through.
Yeah, we talk all the time. Our number one focus as a football program is to dominate on special teams. And, that just comes from us. And we've been preaching that since day one, that our best players need to play on special teams and that you have to win the third phase of the football game somehow, some way. And sometimes that's field position. Sometimes that's block kicks. Sometimes that's just making a big tackle. And, we weren't really happy with the way our week 1 game went with special teams, mostly because of penalties, mostly stupid penalties that we really kind of got after them for a week on. But, part of that's, you open up the season and special teams are really hard to practice in camp, and then they're hard to practice when it's not live, and you can't just run kickoff drills and have guys go at 100 miles per hour. So we were able to kind of, Coach Weefel's done a great job in that phase of continuously trying to build that, and obviously Adam steps up and blocks 2 potential game, what 2 field goals that would have put Wayne State ahead, and just huge to have him here. I'm really excited, guy that we really recruited hard out of high school, out of Holman, and then he chose to go somewhere else, and then it's just nice to have him back here, and it's just nice to be able to have him here. He's been a huge part, not just with his play, but also just his presence in that linebacker room.
Obviously, bye weeks are always kind of different compared to weeks to weeks. This year, it's right after the non-conference season, right before you go into WIAC play. Is that an ideal break to kind of break it up, non-conference to conference? Did you want it later on in the season, or I guess what was the importance of that bye week?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there. I think for us, it's always been in that kind of that splits the non-conference versus the conference play. It's always been and I've been in this league for a long time, and I feel like every place I've been, it's been like that. I don't know if I like it sometimes, because like, for this game, we've sat now for 2 weeks, and this is like, it's just like consumed you for 2 weeks. So I don't know if it's great, but, we tried to use our bye and really the first 3 days of practice to focus just on us. We got a lot of reps for our 2s, 3s, 4s, tried to develop our depth from top to bottom. And then as we got into Thursday last week, then it was time to kind of flip that page and start preparing for this game.
Obviously, a fantastic team, a fantastic game last year, 13-7. A Hail Mary away from coming away with victory there at Perkins Stadium. First off, on the defensive side of the ball, kind of what they have been the embodiment of that team. But I guess what do they bring defensively, and what are the struggles that your offense might face on Saturday?
Yeah, I think, they do what they do, and they have done that, and they've done that for a really long time. They're really well coached, and they're really, really physical on defense. I mean, it's not just the front four, it's not just the linebackers. Their DBs are the same way. They are ultra physical. They are going to try to hit us in the mouth. They play a really kind of condensed, crushed front up front that doesn't give you a lot of room to run the ball in between the tackles. So you got to find creative ways. You got to be creative to get the ball on the outside, and that's really what our offense has to do right away and early in this game, is try to find a way to establish the run game.
Obviously, the big storyline from the outside in is Evan Lewandowski, playing him as a senior. A two-part question on him. First off, you were going up against him in practice as a D coordinator when he was first in the first couple of years of his career here. What do you remember about him and the way that he played as a young player, and kind of just his presence as a quarterback for UW?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a few years now. I think, but he had a really special season in 19. And then, obviously as we went through some change and Evan tried to do what he felt was best for him, and that's what he felt was best for him. I know he, initially kind of went to Division I, and then that kind of fell through. So, unfortunately we got to play against him now. And obviously, what you remember from Evan is the same thing he's showing on film right now. It's a rocket of an arm. It is one of the best arms, probably the best that I've gone against here. He is making throws that aren't typically found in the Division III, and probably not even the Division II level. So he's got a cannon of an arm, and so our defensive backs are going to have to get ready, as we told them all week, to get yourselves ready to compete.
First quarter so far this season, I guess how important is that going to be, obviously, to get off to a great start?
Yeah, been just telling the offense that all week. You got to start fast. You don't get the luxury to start slow or to wait to the second quarter to wake up. We got to get going, and we kind of had some of that going against Wayne, where we were moving the ball in the first quarter. We just got to make better decisions. But we got to start fast because they ain't gonna wait. They're gonna come out of the gates and they're gonna try to knock our heads off.
Obviously, it's everything about this weekend. It's Oktoberfest. It's going to be 75 degrees tomorrow at kickoff. It's the top 10 matchup. Do you embrace just the hugeness and the importance of this game? Obviously, this is the game that if nobody else is out of bye or what have you, this game is going to be on for everybody to see on in the D3 part of the country. So what do you tell your guys about just the importance of this game?
I've told them, because it's a massive game. Like there's no sense in hiding what it is. It's a massive game. But I've also told them, it's what a week to be an Eagle. That's been the big thing, is that you have this massive game against an opponent that, to be honest with you, that's why our guys are here, is to beat those guys. So you have this type of atmosphere on the game, but then you also have a really special event going on in our city that's all about our culture. It's all about the tradition of the city of La Crosse. So trying to kind of mix those two with this game, I just think what a time for our guys to be in college. What a time to be an Eagle, because there's not a lot of places that get to experience it.
And you guys obviously went with the Torchlight Parade on Thursday night as well, kind of making them part of that experience in the community as well.
Yeah, and it was awesome. I think our guys I think a lot of them didn't know what to expect. I think, Coach Janice is making us, going to go to this, and then they got to see it, and then you just kind of see them as they were walking through it, how special it was to just be a part of the city and to have, all those people lined up, and a lot of people as we went by, you could just see, they knew what was going on this weekend, and you could hear, some chants about beating this team and all that, and I think it really fired our guys up.
Keys to the game to get a victory here on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, on offense, we got to establish our run game. We got have to establish a run game, and then we got to take what they give us on the skill den with our receivers. They're not going to give up big plays. So we got to take 4 yards on a catch. We got to throw an underneath route, get it to 4 yards, and try to see if we can break a tackle. But we got to kind of slowly move the ball down the field in little chunks. We're not going to get the big chunk against these guys. And then, on the defensive end, we got to stop their run. We got to have great gap control up front, and we got to make them one-dimensional. And then our DBs are going to have to compete. He's got a tremendous arm, but they're going to have to compete. They're going to have to knock down passes.
All families have the same basic needs. We need clean water, clean air, healthy food, and safe places to live, work, and play. La Crosse County Health Department provides vaccinations, water testing, car seat safety, radon testing, and many more services that help you live your best life. And we do it with compassion and understanding. Call us at 608-785-9872. The nationally accredited La Crosse County Health Department. We're here for you.
If you like to talk smack, then don't miss the Jim Rome Show.
If a fighter loses by decision, he has to stand in the middle of the octagon while the sound system plays a thundering, booming rendition of Finish Him, while the winner gets one shot on the loser. And to all those armchair virologists, take a pill. Why don't you weenies go back to baking bread or putting puzzles together? Sincerely, setting up a speakeasy CrossFit gym, hoarding protein powder, stimulus check fraud, tap out.
Don't miss the Jim Rome Show, weekdays from 2 to 5 on WKTY.
I'm Dave from Johnson Ops Tree Care in Holman, Wisconsin.
And I'm Chris Johnson.
And I'm Jim from Sign Pro.
We do everything related to trees.
Rather not know anything about signs.
It's been over 10 years since David and Chris walked in our door. And ever since then, we've been helping build their brand on all their equipment, no matter the size.
Ever since we've been going with Sign Pro, our brand and everything is matching up, and it's really helped people recognize our brand.
I like to think that Johnson Ops Tree Care has a great team.
Yeah, you can really tell the team at Johnson Ops take a lot of pride in what they do.
I look at Sign Pro as the same. They've built a team.
We have a lot of tree care clients that put their trust in our team, and that's what we've done with Sign Pro.
What's your big takeaway after 10 years of working with Sign Pro?
Sometimes you just got to reach out and get a professional.
Go to a pro. Sign Pro. Call 782-3456.
Welcome back to Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson live with you here this afternoon. Number 9, UW-La Crosse taking on number 3, UW-Whitewater. Terry, we are about 2 minutes away from kickoff here as the captains will be going to the midfield marker to do the coin toss. And as we approach that kick, what are your final keys to the game for an Eagle victory here this afternoon?
Well, I think it all starts with the big dogs up front. I really do. Not always in every game, but the guys that work part-time as bouncers down on 3rd Street, we're talking about on defense, Jack Kelly, Dorschner, Jack Anderson, Reese Jesko. 4 of the best in the country in Division III. I really think so. Then let's go to the offensive line. You're led by offensive line coach McGlenn. Played here, does a great job. Coleman, Hildebrand, Bongers, Greco, and Bertoya. Pride, chemistry, solid. I'm telling you, they're solid. They focus on gap integrity, and they make you work for every single yard. In your interview, appropriately so, Matt told you, Janice, that start with a run. Well, that's Joey Stutzman. But if they stop the run, there's lots of showcase stars on the outside. And, for example, Sorensen, Studer enters, and Matt Stupendick. And then, finally, I think the key thing, is from the neck up, and that's trust your teammates, trust your coaches, trust the preparation, and don't manage your emotions. Trust everything that's been done with a quality coaching staff to get you ready for this classic matchup.
Going to be a fun one. Eagles in their maroon jerseys, white numbers, white pants, silver helmets. And the UW-Whitewater Warhawks in their all-white jerseys, purple numbers, purple trim, and purple helmets. And as we mentioned, both these teams went out in the non-conference and tested themselves for games specifically like this. And this is a heck of a way to start the WIAC season. We'll see if the Eagles can get off to a great start with a kick return, as it'll be Stubendick as well as Brant Bowman back to receive the kick. Whitewater won the toss and deferred.
Yeah, quality athletes shine the brightest in big games like this. So do quality officials, by the way, that don't get in the way, let the players play. Josh Call is the referee. We recognize Scott Kepnick from the area as one of the officials in this big crew. Hey, it's an honor to be selected to work these games, too, so I'm just excited for the Sunsplash afternoon here at Rogers Herring Stadium.
64 degrees, some light winds, and not a cloud in the sky. We are set for football as Nathan Custer will kick this one away from right to left. Eagles work from left to right in the first quarter, and we're underway as Stubendick will take it at the 3-yard line. He's out across the 20. Big hole, big return, and he knocks over a Whitewater Warhawk out to the 35-yard line, and that is how you start on a Saturday afternoon in La Crosse.
In your interview, clearly Matt Janis says we work a lot on special teams. It's not an afterthought. Well, there you see it right there. The very first kickoff return, good yardage.
Tyler Stubendick hitting the second level there, and nice blocking as well to spring him for that nice return. So the quarterback, Cade Garcia, will lead the Eagles out. One receiver lined up to the left side and two lined up to the right. Pistol formation of the backfield with Stutzman right behind him. As Cade Garcia looks over the Whitewater defense, he takes the snap. Handoff is to Stutzman. Big hole, bounces off the tackle, gets to the 43-yard line, and a pickup of 8 on 1st and 10.
Just what the Eagles are looking for. Cole Greco, the 6'2", right guard from Greenfield with a great block.
2nd and 2 coming up. Ball at the Eagle 43. Cam Sorensen, the lone receiver on the right side, 2 to the left. Coach Janis saying we got to figure out ways to get him the football, and we'll see if they do it here. Garcia has time, out pattern, complete to Stutzman for a short gain. Looks like he has the first down to midfield. Tackled immediately there by the Whitewater defense, number 11, coming up to make the stop.
Well, we know that Stutzman is an impact player as a running back, but he also has really worked hard on his routes, and he's a big part of the passing game.
Egan Hine coming in there for the tackle. One of the best defensive backs in the country. 3 receivers lined up to the left side, none right. Yostin on the right side of the line. And off again is to Stutzman. Again, good hole in the middle. Then it closes quickly. Linebackers crunch Stutzman down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, well, the Warhawk game plan is be active with your linebackers, support that defensive line. Stutzman the target on the first 3 plays.
Hawk Hefner, the middle linebacker, coming in there to get this tackle. Brings up 2nd down and 7 at the 48 after a 3-yard pickup.
Is that a good name for a linebacker or what?
Traditional. 3 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. That's Sorensen. Garcia in the shotgun. Stutzman to his left. They fake the handoff, go on the back shoulder fade. It's Sorensen. He gets the catch inside the 40 to the 36-yard line, and that's a gain of 16 yards there on 2nd down.
A classic matchup will be Egan Hine, all conference, 13 tackles on the season, versus Cam Sorensen. And let's just keep an eye on that classic matchup.
And Sorensen had no room at the beginning of that route. Hine was all over him from the start to the finish in a perfect back shoulder throw to get him open. Shotgun formation here, 1 receiver out to each side, double tight end set on the line. Garcia takes a snap. Handoff is to Stutzman. He tries the right side, cuts back up in the middle, crosses the 30 down to the 29-yard line, and another 7-yard gain on the play.
I like the way Stutzman kind of hesitates. He takes a little bit of a false step. He doesn't just hit the line of scrimmage like a bullet, but he finds a hole, and then he's able to get there and get yards after contact.
5 receivers set, 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Shotgun formation, empty set here for Cade Garcia. Garcia does a fake snap, trying maybe to get the Whitewater defense off sides, but they hold their water. 2nd down and 3 for the Eagles. 12:15 to go here, opening quarter. No score, opening drive of the game for UWL. Garcia has some time, goes to the right side, and a one-handed snag.
Jeez.
What a catch that time. Number 7 leaping up for it, Max Stubendick, and he's close to a first down. Down and 1.
I'm a fan of ESPN and special plays of the week and great catches. Was that one of them or what?
That certainly was.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, that was incredible. When we talked to Coach Janis, he talked about Jack Studer's athleticism. I think you got to give Max Stubendick a little bit of credit as well. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1. 11:42 to go in the opening quarter. It's going to be a quarterback draw. Kaiser Heltzerbrand in the game, and he lowers his shoulder inside the 25 to the 24, and they pick up a 1st and 10. That's that 2-quarterback system, Terry. They're going to use it when they think the numbers advantage them.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you give it to Hildebrand, who's 6'4" and 210 pounds and runs like a classic running back? Yeah, give it to him.
Pistol formation in the backfield. Yost and the tight end lined up on the right side of the line. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Eagles inside the 25 of Whitewater to the 24. Garcia takes the snap. Stretch play to the right side. It's Stutzman. Not much room. Gets what he can, maybe to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 1 on the play.
We talked about the active linebackers for Whitewater, and Blake Furman, one of them, came defensive line. Sometimes he's a hybrid, 237 pounds from Brookfield Central, making the tackle.
Call it a gain of 2. It's 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers out to the right side and 2 to the left as well. Shotgun formation with Stutzman off to the right of Garcia. And Coach Jan is talking about red zone offense, how you need to capitalize in these situations. We'll see if Eagles can do it here. Crossing route to Stubendick. He's got a lane to run, and he's going to be close to a 1st down again. And he has it indeed to the 13-yard line. And they'll move the chains again.
Send your trifecta of vertical routes, and that's Sorensen, Studer, Enders, and Stubendick, and then a delay route right across the middle and on a horizontal cut, and he's wide open.
So 1st down and 10. They can get to the 3 for a 1st and 10, or looking to get 13 yards for a touchdown. 10-10 to go in this opening quarter. Fantastic drive so far for the Eagles. 2 receivers out to the right side and none left. Handoff up the middle. It's Stutzman as he crawls inside the 10-yard line. Gets stopped right there. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Hildebrand with a good block, too, from Highland Ranch, Colorado. By the way, our halftime guest from Colorado, too, Sean Parker, who relocated out there a few months ago. Look forward to visiting with him at halftime today.
9:40 left to go in this opening quarter. No score from UW-La Crosse. Big crowd on hand to watch this top 10 matchup. 2 receivers off to the right side, 2 to the left as well. Wide receiver goes in motion from left to right. That's Matthias Enters. Garcia straight back in the pocket, goes over the middle again, complete to Stubendick. Stubendick hits maybe 3 on the play down at the 6-yard line, going to be about 3 yards shy.
Stubendick just tried to find that crease, that little spot in the middle, and was able to get some yardage, but all-conference linebacker Ryan Liska from Naperville, Illinois makes it.
3rd down and 4. Very sure tackles are these defenders for UW-Whitewater. 2 receivers off to each side. Shotgun formation with Stutzman off to the left of Garcia. Cade looks for the sideline. Possible audible here. See what they come out with. Now Stutzman goes to the right of Garcia. And here is a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a timeout. No penalty flags that I see.
Look like we're close to a delay of game.
Yep.
But a timeout, I think, just prior to that infraction.
Timeout call.
We got.
Yep, UW-La Crosse saw they were getting down to it and called a quick timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well. Be back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
Oh, yeah, she's fine. She has some friends over, and they're carving pumpkins. Yeah, the new backsplash from Sealants is really being tested. Hang on. Ladies, this is pumpkin carving, not a food...
Don't worry, Mom. We will clean that up.
The backsplash is holding up a lot better than I am. I'll call you back.
Sealants Flooring, carpeting, hardwood, and tile in Coon Valley, where the #1 priority is you.
If it helps, Mom, orange is a really good color on you.
All right, kids and pumpkins, outside.
Welcome back to college football on WKTY, Roger Herring Stadium. The location here this afternoon. 3 receivers going to be lined up to the right side and 1 to the left. Shotgun formation to the backfield. Eagles need 4 for a first. Cade Garcia sends Stubendick out to the flat. Now he's going to be lined up left. So 5 receivers set. Garcia gets the snap, goes to the corner, and it's going to be a touchdown catch for Max Stumanek. A fantastic drive for him. 4 catches alone, and that includes that 4-yard touchdown. And it's 6-0 Eagles. Fantastic start for UWL.
Perfect pass where nobody else could get it except maybe the official on the sideline. Back shoulder fade. He screened the defense out, and you talk about a classic drive to start this game.
Eagles able to go 65 yards for that touchdown. Here's Ryan Byrne with the extra point, and it's up and good. So the Eagles strike first in this top 10 matchup. It's 7-0 UWL over UW-Whitewater. Warhawks and their quarterback Evan Lewandowski will get the ball when we come back. 30-second timeout. We're back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
When you feel that crispness in the air, it can only mean one thing. You're ready for football at Nutbush City Limits. Catch college and NFL games at Nutbush all season long. The only thing better than the crispness in the air is a cold beer touching your lips. Get domestic buckets for just $11 at the Bush, or grab yourself a 2-topping pizza with a domestic pitcher for only $22. When you're ready for some football, go to Nutbush City Limits. New building, same old bar. Come as you are, off Highway 35 and Onalaska to Nutbush City Limits.
Welcome back to college football. Ryan Burns set to kick this one away. Whitewater will get the football as the UWL Eagles go 65 yards for a touchdown, and could have asked for a better start, Terry.
Well, it started with special teams, and a perfect return gave them on the 45-yard or 35-yard line, and the Mike McGuire, the offensive coordinator, who puts together great game plans, and the game plan was effective. And certainly the Eagles look good as we start this game.
Ryan Byrne getting set to kick this one away. Kick returners, Shelvin Garrett, Tyler Holte getting set to return this one for the Warhawks. It's a high end-over-end kick, taken at about the 5-yard line. They fake the reverse. Holte keeps it himself, and he's out across the 15 trying to get to the edge. Gets to the 20, and then gets absolutely leveled right there. And special teams sending a statement. Number 25 in there for the stop that time. Terry?
Was he decapitated? Gorlowski from Wausau West, only 5'6", 150 pounds, made the hit of the game so far.
What a tackle there on special teams. It's first down and 10 at the 20.
That's called a sure tackle, isn't it? Like decleating somebody.
Yeah. 2 receivers going to be lined up to each side. Evan Lewandowski, the senior quarterback, with a running back to his left. Lewandowski, 3-step drop, looks to the right side, one-on-one coverage, and that is caught on the play. What coverage, but what a great throw and catch. Oh. Reception made there by number 2, Tommy Coates, and it's first and 10 for the Warhawks.
Nothing fancy, a street route right down the sideline and just lofted it up in the air. A low-flying airplane might have hit it, and good coverage too, though.
3 receivers lined up to the left side. Now they send a wide receiver out of the game. So 2 receivers off to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol formation in the backfield. Jalen Edmondson right behind Lewandowski. Tight end goes in motion to the right side. 2 receivers left, double tight end set right. Here is the handoff to Edmondson. Edmondson tries the right edge, goes between right guard and tackle, and gets about 3 or 4 on the first down pickup.
Went all the way across the field on that particular play, and got a couple yards, but tackled by number 5. That would be
Elijah Alt.
Yeah.
Nice job by him getting up from there from his safety position. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
All conference.
2 receivers left, none right. Edmondson on the draw play. Tries to be patient with his running and does maybe 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 4. And a pretty crucial 3rd down play here, Terry, to get even more momentum, get the ball back to your offense. We'll see if the Eagles can hold them to only 1 first down.
Yeah, new offensive coordinator, too, for the Warhawks. See what he dials up here from Stout is the new OC.
Trips receivers out right, bunched up near the line. Lewandowski in the shotgun formation. 1 receiver stretch out to the left. Warhawks going from right to left. Over the middle, it's complete. Busted coverage there and across the 30-yard line down to the 29. Warhawks are able to move the chains quickly there. Sam Delaney just popped open, and it's a 1st and 10.
Aaron Schmidt's playing a lot of defensive back from McGuanago, made the hit, but you're right, exploited a spot where the linebackers normally are for a good first down.
Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for Evan Lewandowski from Lake Zurich, Illinois. Lewandowski will take the snap. 3-step drop. Has all sorts of time in the pocket now. He's going to roll to his left. Still looking down the field. Fires a strike over the middle on a crossing route. That's number 17, Stephen Hine. And he has a first down to the 12-yard line. So pressure not able to get to Lewandowski, and he's able to exploit the coverage.
Yeah, well, when you have that much time, you put that much pressure on the back side of the Eagle defense, you're going to have success.
So first down and 10, this drive going quickly down the field for Evan Lewandowski in this Warhawk offense.
Talked about the size of the Eagles, well, equal size for the Warhawks.
2 receivers out to the right side, double tight end set left side. Jalen Edmondson lined up to the left of Lewandowski. And Lewandowski takes the snap. Hands off is to Edmondson. Waits for his blocks and now squeezes through a hole, gets down to the 6-yard line, maybe the 5.5, gain of 6 on first and 10.
When you look at that Warhawk offensive line, particularly Reed Farrington, 295 pounds, 6'7". You got some big people up front.
You got 6'7", 356, the right tackle, Addison DeChambeau. Would not want to go up against that guy.
Wouldn't want to see him in the 2 o'clock
dark alley.
I wouldn't want to see him at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're half blitzed.
Right. Walking back from 2nd Street, or 3rd Street. No, thank you. 1 receiver out to the right side, 3 to the left. Shotgun formation here for the Warhawks. They send Edmondson out in motion, out of the flat to the left, and now here's a fade route to the right corner. And that looks like a catch, and it is a touchdown. Warhawks answer the Eagles' drive right back. We talked to Coach Janis about that fade route, and they go to it again right there, Terry.
Boy, and the window was unbelievably tight, too, right between 2 Eagle defenders. Take picture of one of them. Perfect pass by Lewandowski.
7-6 with the extra point pending. It'll be Nathan Custer. Extra point coming up. That's going to be up and good. Number 31, Jeffrey Isilato McGuire. And he ties it up. 7-7, 4:44 to go. Going to be a battle here from Roger Herring Stadium. We'll take 60 seconds. This is college football on WKTY.
Merv from Verve here. It's fall, so it's corn maze season, which means it's pumpkin spice loan season at Verve, which means I'm up on a post dressed as a scarecrow scaring away crows and loan payments.
You don't scare me.
Hello, Mr. Crow. Why are you on my shoulder?
It's what we do.
Well, what I do is help people make smart financial decisions.
Can I get a pumpkin spice loan?
Can you make a video call?
Did you say video call or video?
The first one. You can see and talk to a Verve lender from wherever you are. And right now, when you bring your vehicle loan to Verve, you'll enjoy 90 days no pay. We'll give you a low rate and instant approval.
I think I'll make that video right now.
The Pumpkin Spice Loan from Verve. Get started today at pumpkinspiceloan.com. Verve, a credit union. Federally insured by NCUA. Loan rates, terms, conditions, and instant approval based on credit qualifications, account relationship, and approval. Membership eligibility required. Subject to change without notice. Interest will accrue with the Pumpkin Spice Loan.
Welcome back to college football. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson at Rogers Arena Stadium. A 7-play, 80-yard drive lasting 3:41. Evan Lewandowski hitting Tommy Coates for a 5-yard touchdown on the flat pattern. Here is Stubendick on the return. Another big return as he breaks through a tackle at the 30-yard line. And his teammates are going to shove him to the 36, make it the 37-yard line.
He escaped the first line of defense and got to the second line. Another great return, and the Eagles in good shape.
And now the important thing is, if you're UWL, just don't panic. Just keep doing what you did on that first drive, and you know that this is not going to be an easy contest, and Kaiser Helterbrand will come and have his first drive of the game.
Well, we talk about Mike McGuire, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Nick Pesic, in his first year from Stout, now with the Whitewater, called a great possession, too, for the Whitewater.
Three receivers off to the right side, one to the left. Designed rollout for Helterbrand. He's going to cut up field, and nice block to Springham, and he gets about 7 or 8 yards out to the 45-yard line. And a good job and a good decision by Helterbrand to keep it there, just using his legs, which obviously are his best weapon.
Shane McGrail on the tackle from Plainfield, Illinois, leads the Warhawks in tackles with 15. Didn't look like it didn't start looking like a run design, but then it ended that way.
Obviously, the protection starting to break down. Helterbrand doing what he does best and toting the rock. 2 receivers right, none left. Here's the handoff to Stutzman. Uses those blockers to steady himself, and he gets a first down across the midfield marker down to the 46-yard line inside Whitewater territory for the 1st and 10.
Again, it's called trust. And that time, Ben Hildebrand from, again, 2 times this quarter, he has had key blocks in that offensive line.
Tie ball game at 7 apiece. 3:40 to go in the opening quarter. Live here on a Saturday on Oktoberfest. 3 receivers off to the left side and 1 to the right. Shotgun formation in the backfield. Kaiser Helterbrand will take the snap. Hand off on a stretch play. Keeper, rather, to Helterbrand. Helterbrand breaking through tackles like they're nothing. He's inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. And that's another set of downs.
Gets to the 3rd level again. Shane McGrail on the tackle. But that's what Hildebrand does. Garcia doesn't. Brings that RPO kind of style of play because of his running ability.
Everybody was focused in on Stutzman, and Helterbrand using that to his advantage and going right up the gut. 3 receivers bunched up to the left side. Tight end line up right on the right side of the line. Shotgun formation. Stutzman off to the right of Helterbrand. Kaiser will keep it himself and just get what he can. Kind of protection broke down. Didn't look like there was many people open down the field either, and he got to the 30-yard line.
No, the protection was okay, but it certainly caused, the penetration caused a little bit of a distraction with him, and couldn't find anybody open.
And obviously turnovers are the killer against this Warhawk team, so just do what you need to do and put 2 yards on there and go 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers off to the left side, 1 to the right. Yost in the tight end on the left side of the line. Helterbrand looks to the sideline for the play call. 2:14 to go here in the opening quarter. Helterbrand, 3-step drop. Fake the pass and now keeps faking it. Now goes over the middle, close to a 1st down as he pump faked twice. Finally found his big tight end, Will Yost, and sprinting open in the middle of the field.
One thing I like about his style and Garcia, and both of them, their ability to read progressions and read different receivers. And that time, just kind of late coming into a passing route, the best blocker in the conference, Yost.
3rd down and 1 upcoming. 3 receiver set, 1 right, 2 left. Sorensen alone on the right side. Shotgun formation with Stutzman off to the left of Helterbrand. It's a quarterback draw. Goes up the middle, easy 1st down to the 20-yard line, and they'll move the chains again inside to about the 19-yard line as we have 90 seconds left in this opening quarter.
Followed behind Hildebrand, Coleman, and all-conference center Alex Bongers. 1st down Eagles.
UWL, a couple of very efficient drives so far, getting into the red zone for the 2nd consecutive drive against Whitewater. Last year, it was a struggle to get past midfield against this Warhawk defense. 1 receiver lined up to the right side, 1 to the left as well. Shotgun formation. Send a receiver closer to the line. Here's a little out pattern, incomplete, as they had Michalowski on the rub route to the outside, unable to handle it. A little bit out in front of him, and it's 2nd down and 10.
That time, using your wideout as a blocker, number 2, Kaiser Hildebrand out there too. And the ball was just thrown a little bit behind him.
So 2nd down and 10, 56 seconds remaining into this 1st quarter. Quick moving 1st quarter, seems like. Going to be a trips receiver set out to the right side, none left. Shotgun formation, Stutzman to the right of Helterbrand. Kaiser looking over the Whitewater defense. A little bit of a loose coverage on the outside. Here's the handoff to Stutzman. Stutzman can't get to the edge. Great job getting up there for the tackle, as that was number
45.
47. Yep.
You talk about closing speed and reading and staying home.
Luke Nelson.
My goodness, Luke Nelson, a linebacker from Union Grove, made a spectacular play.
3rd down and 12, 4 receiver set, 3 right, 1 left. Helterbrand looks to the sideline, possible audible here. It'll be Jack Studer, Matthias enters, and Stubendick lined up on the right side. And straight back in the pocket is Helterbrand. On a swing pass, it is Stutzman. He's not going to get much, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Going to bring up 4th down and about 12. And just good defense there, knowing that they would just try to kick that field goal, maybe lost a yard.
Yeah, well, Egan Hine, the defensive back from St. Charles, Illinois, all-conference, all-American, and the key to that Warhawk defense making the hit.
4th down coming up as the end of the first quarter is upon us. It's 7-7. They'll switch sides of the field, and we'll see Ryan Byrne attempt a field goal when we come back. 60-second timeout. This is college football on WKTY.
If you're a sports fan, you can't afford to miss the Dan Patrick Show on WKTY. My dad went to a bar called the Pleasure Inn. And it was just a bar. And we'd sit there, and my brothers, I'd have a Fanta orange, and we'd play bumper pool. I was probably 7 or 8.
Attaboy.
And I'm bellying up to the bar.
The best.
Yep. And my dad would be there, and he'd walk in. They'd go, "Hey, Jack, how are you?" He'd go, "Give me a beer and a hook." To this day, when I say to my brothers, "Hey, how about a beer and a hook?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all in." Yeah, Paul.
Remember that first time your dad cracked like a Hams and let you just sip the foam off the top? And, all right, give it back. You know, that old
No,
thing.
it was always bad beer. It was Blatz, Wiedemann.
Well, I don't know that Hams was considered.
Well, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
I'm not sure that was like the filet mignon of beers.
Don't miss the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings 9 to 11 on WKTY 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
Welcome back to college football. A 40-yard field goal attempt. It is a line drive kick for Ryan Byrne, and he is right on the money with it.
Just an extra point. Just back a little further.
Could have had it from 50 there, as that was just absolutely a rocket into the uprights. It's 10-7. Eagles will keep it here, Terry, as the Eagles obviously stalled inside the red zone, but not every drive is going to go the way of the first drive, and we'll see if UWL's defense can kind of rebound here on the defensive side.
Well, I mean, the most deflating thing is you got a great drive put together with good sequences, and then you get into the red zone area and you don't capitalize. You go empty. That's highly deflating. Eagles take advantage of the leg of Ryan Byrne.
And taking a look at the first quarter stats, Cade Garcia on that opening drive, 6 of 6 for 39 yards and a touchdown. Kaiser Helterbrand, 2 of 3 for 6 yards. Rushing the football, it was Joey Stutzman, 7 carries for 30 yards, and also Kaiser Helterbrand getting the end on the action with 5 carries, 30 yards. On that first drive, it was 12 plays, 65 yards, 6:25 off the clock, ending in a 7-yard touchdown pass to Max Stubendick. So Eagles have taken a 10-7 lead. Just underway here in this second quarter, 14:56 remaining in the half. It'll be Ryan Byrne kicking this one away. Once again, it'll be Holte and Shelvin Garrett back to receive, standing at their own 5-yard line. Byrne kicks this one away. It's an end-over-end kick, kind of an angling kick, taken at the 6-yard line. Eagles get down there in coverage, and a couple of missed tackles, but finally wrapped up at the 25-yard line is Garrett. So good return there, but Eagles able to get down in a decent way, and it's 1st down and 10 for Whitewater.
Yeah, Eagles are staying in their lanes and making the hit, number 25, again sprinting down the field. Aaron Schmidt on that tackle.
Second tackle already here on kick return, having a nice game for himself. So again, Lewandowski comes out in the shotgun formation, backs to either side of him in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the right side and 1 to the left. Eagles showing blitz. We'll see if they come with it. It's going to be a little swing pass out to the left side, complete. Ridden out of bounds after 3-yard gain that time. Number 18, and that was Tyler Holte, 2nd down and 7.
Little play action didn't really fool number 26, Cade Osborne. Came up to make the hit from Eau Claire Regis.
So 3-yard gain there on 1st and 10. 1 receiver off to the right side, 1 to the left. Tight end lined up left side of the line. Lewandowski with Edmondson to his left in the shotgun. Lewandowski looks to the right for his wide receiver. Takes the snap. A little off the back foot throw to Edmondson. Edmondson lowers his shoulder, is close to a 1st down. We'll see if he has it, and it looks like he does, as that's the second time they've gone out of the backfield, out of the flat there, and a decent gain. That's going to move the chains.
Edmondson not seeing that the stunt was not called, so he could evacuate the backfield, and he was the prime receiver on that play for the first down.
4 receiver set this time as the chains move to the 36-yard line of Whitewater. 1 receiver off to the left side, 3 to the right, shotgun formation. Lewandowski takes the snap. Handoff is to Edmondson. Again, big hole as he gets close to another first down, maybe a half-yard shy. It opened up along the left side of the offensive line there, and he's just tripped up.
Yeah, he ran through the tackle of number 41, Adam Quam. We talked about him earlier. Quick Trip Player of the Week for 2 blocks and field goals 2 weeks ago. You were there,
Yep.
And I was back in La Crosse.
Trips receivers off to the right side. Former Warhawk, now here at UWL. Adam Quam, here's the pass on a crossing route, complete to the tight end. He's inside UWL territory down to the 45, making the 44-yard line. Big number 81 on the reception for the Warhawks. And that was Zach Sherman, and it's going to be another 1st and 10.
Captain A.J. Spicala making that hit, and Lewandowski showing here in the first half his arm and his skills. They're kind of like what his resume displays.
1 receiver off to the right side, 2 to the left. Lewandowski in the shotgun. Edmondson off to his left. Handoff is to Edmondson as he breaks through a hole, gets to about the 40, make it the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6.
Power set that time. We hadn't seen that before. Good block up front by number 72, Nathan Miller from Wanakee. There's quite a football program in Wanakee.
Tamir Thomas also going to be getting carries. 1 receiver off to the right side and 2 to the left. Thomas lined up to the left of Lewandowski here. Lewandowski on a 2nd down and 5. Looks over the UWL defense. They back off from a blitzing look. Lewandowski takes the snap, 3-step drop. Streak route to the right side, incomplete, and the flag comes out.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Tommy Coates beat his man on a streak route there. Kate Osborne in coverage, and just kind of dragging him down from the ankles.
Just no help over the top, 1-on-1 down the sideline, and the only thing he could do was tackle him before the ball got there.
So 15-yard penalty here.
Kind of one of those calls where it's pretty obvious.
Yep. And it's not an NFL penalty where it's, spotted the foul, so it's almost worth it to a certain degree. Just take the penalty yards and hope your defense can stop him inside the red zone. It's going to be down to the 25-yard line after the penalty call. 11:59 to go here in the first half. Warhawks are driving again. It's 10-7 Eagles. Going to be 2 receivers lined up to the left side. Couple of tight ends on the right. Tamir Thomas to the left of Lewandowski. Lewandowski takes the snap, hands it off to Thomas, right side. He's going to get hit hard after a gain of 1 or 2. Elijah Alt comes up to stick him, and it's a gain of 2. It's 2nd down and 8.
It kind of brought a little life to the Eagles that time. Riley Christensen, too, from Darlington, Belmont area, where Art Fahey grew up, was right next to us, making a hit.
PA announcer here at Roger Herring Stadium for many years. Eagles 3-0 on the season. Number 9 in the D3.com polls. 2 receivers off to the left side and 1 to the right. That's Holte near the line of scrimmage on the bottom of your screen if you're watching on our video feed. Lewandowski takes the snap. 3-step drop, has to step up into the pocket. All sorts of room to run. Tries to juke a defender in the middle, and he gets tackled a yard or 2 shy of a 1st and 10.
Yeah, well, we know that Lewandowski does not like to run. And that time Jack Kelly caught up with him. And he just ran because he saw that big gap open and tried to get the first down.
2nd down and make it 3rd down and 2. A 6-yard pickup there on 2nd down. As coming out of the game will be Holte. Coming in for Whitewater will be number 28. And that is Drake Martin. Shotgun formation. 1 receiver off to the right side, 1 left. Running back to the left is Preston Strasburg. It's going to be a handoff to Strasburg up the middle, and he's going to get enough for the 1st and 10 down to the 10.5-yard line, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, again, good blocking at the point of attack that time. John Picard from Franklin, Wisconsin, 273 pounds, making a good block right at the point of attack.
Tamir Thomas back into the game, going to be lined up to the left of Lewandowski. 3 receivers going to be lined up to the left. Tight end on the right side of the line. Lewandowski, number 10 on his white Warhawk uniform, goes up to his line, says something, and now backs up to the 15-yard line in the shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks left the whole way. Nobody open. Now steps up into the pocket as he is brought down on a sack. Good job of the Eagles on the back end, preventing any open passing lanes and getting in there for the dump for the UWL Eagles as Jack Anderson, and it's 2nd down and 11.
Jack Anderson, highly thought of as a defensive lineman. Lots of people talk about him as being a key inside, and again, good protection except for the tail end of the play.
3 receiver set, 2 left, 1 right. Shotgun formation with Tamir Rice to the left of Lewandowski. It's going to be a fade route again. They had it, but overthrown this time, as it was number 7, Sam Delaney, the intended target. They're going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
He was open. Just overthrew him. Again, play action, froze the linebackers, and could have easily been 6.
Certainly could have. Back into the game is Preston Strasburg, the senior, 5'10", 213 pounds. Going to take out a tight end, bring in a wide receiver. Going to be 3 receivers on the field, make it 4. On 3rd down and 11. See if the Eagles can hold the Warhawks to a field goal attempt. 1 receiver right and 3 to the left. Strasburg to the right of Lewandowski in the shotgun. Straight back in the pocket is Evan going to the fade route again, and that's going to be a caught touchdown. Tommy Coates, they ran it on the same play that they had the previous touchdown, just opposite end zone, and it's 13-10 Whitewater.
Just mild contact right on the by the goal line, but officials said, nah, that's not enough to justify offensive pass interference is what it looked like possible.
13-10, 2 touchdown catches for Tommy Coates so far. Extra point coming up by Nathan Custer. And here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So Whitewater retakes the lead, 14-10, 9:07 remaining to go in this first half. Back in 60 seconds, this is college football on WKTY.
Guys, just a reminder that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this is a great time to show that you care and to help spread the word about breast cancer awareness. Now, there are a lot of ways that you can support the women in your life. One of them is to join Olson Solar Energy and Midwest Family in wearing pink every Friday this month. Real men wear pink. Join Olson Solar Energy, First Business Solutions, and Midwest Family. In October, real men wear pink.
Watching the Packers for Thursday Night Football on some streaming service? Yeah, not going to be great. Watching the Packers for Thursday Night Football in Lambeau Field, that is going to be great. So let's go to Lambeau Field for Thursday Night Football. The Packers and the Titans. Thursday night, November 17th in Lambeau Field. You get the Motor Coach transportation, the pregame tailgate party, and you get excellent seats in Lambeau. Thanks to Sealand's Carpetland in Coon Valley. Get your tickets now at RadioStuffStore.com.
Welcome back to college football at Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly and Terry Erickson live with you here this afternoon. It's 14-10, a couple of touchdown drives in a row for Whitewater. That one, 11 plays, 74 yards, 5:42 off the clock. A 12-yard touchdown pass to Tommy Coates. Here is a return coming up from Stubendick. He's at the 20 to the 25, leaps over the pile and gets to the 28-yard line. Just kind of got caught up with the ankle, but that would have been another Sports Center highlight as well.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Looked like a steeplechase runner on that one.
So the Eagles take over on their 3rd possession, had a touchdown and a field goal on their first 2, and they'll play with a deficit for the first time here this afternoon. Cade Garcia back in there, had a perfect drive of the first possession, 6 for 6, 39 yards and a touchdown. 3 receivers lined up, two receivers to the right side and 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, Stutzman to the right of Garcia. Cade hands it off to Joey, big hole left side, gets across the 30 to about the 33-yard line, make it the 32, and it's a gain of 5 at 2nd and medium.
Led by Yostin. We talk about him all the time, but he had a sprained ankle, last week and has recovered, but he is the blocker, an additional blocker as a tight end.
So 2nd and 5. Cam Sorensen going to be alone on the left side of the formation. One receiver off to the right side. That's Jack Studer. Double tight end set. One on each side of the line. Shotgun formation for Cade Garcia. Stutzman to his left. Eagles going from right to left in this second quarter. Play action fake. Garcia has all day. Goes deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Looking for number 87 for the Eagles. He was open for a second. Dustin Schultz. He had to look around a couple of times trying to figure out where that ball was, and it's 3rd down and 5.
Well, you talk about great protection again. And I thought that was 6. Dustin Schultz showing his breakaway speed as a tight end, 6'5", 240 pounds. I think he fooled the Warhawks. Just the pass was overthrown.
He did a really nice job filling in for Yostin against Wayne State a couple of weeks ago. Had a long catch and touchdown run that he tightrope the sideline on. Coming up on 3rd down and 6 here. 2 receivers off to each side. Shotgun formation. Garcia straight back in the pocket. Pressure comes off his back foot. He throws it, and it's complete. Steuben came back to the football, and he's finally corralled at about the 41-yard line of UWL. That'll move the chains.
Receiver coaches always talk about adjusting and coming back to the ball. If he wouldn't have done that, that would have been picked.
That might have been a pick 6 at that point because there wasn't many Eagles in the vicinity of that play. A fantastic job to kind of bail out his quarterback there and pick up 1st and 10. 3 receivers on the field, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation to the backfield. Garcia looks over the Whitewater defense. Now is going to keep it himself straight up the middle, and he falls forward for maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
Not sure he wanted to do that. It just seemed like the mesh point was not really good, and he just didn't have any choice. But
7:26 to go in this first half. 14-10, UW-Whitewater over La Crosse. Obviously, the defense out on the sideline, getting some adjustments from the coaching staff. Eagles offense hope that they're on their backsides for a little while more as they continue to move this football down the field. 2 receivers right, none left, tight end lined up left side. And here's the handoff. It's Stutzman. Nice cutback lane, and he gets to about 49-yard line. That's another gain of 2, and it brings up 3rd down and 5.
Just a good stretch play to the outside. Trying to run behind big number 76, who can plow his way through at 6'3", 300 pounds, and that is Noah Coleman.
3rd down and 5 coming up. Ball at the Eagle 49, 2 receivers off to each side. 14-10 Whitewater. Number 3 versus number 9. Cade Garcia in the shotgun with a running back to his left. He's going to take the snap, 3-step drop. Protection breaks down, tries to step up, and now he's finally going to have it flung up into the air. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. Stumenik tried to dive for it at the very end. That was dangerous, and it brings up 4th down and 5.
You know the old saying, don't try to do too much.
Yeah.
And don't try to create something that's not there. Just have poise and let your defense come out on the field and do the job. That could have been dangerous.
Ryan Krieger will punt this one away at the 49-yard line of UWL, standing back at his own 40. Return standing back at the 12-yard line for Whitewater.
The pride and joy of Marshfield. I got to know him quite well, and he's just converted from a quarterback to a punter.
Krieger awaiting the snap here. 1 second on the play clock. Down to 0. And there might have been a confusion or something because just barely getting a timeout in was Coach Janis. So right before that, it's going to be a 4th and 5. We're going to have a 30-second break before the punt. We'll come back right after this. This is college football on WKTY.
The new WKTY Cares campaign, sponsored by the Kratt Lumber Company of La Crosse and Reinhardt Food Service, is the new way WKTY gives back to our community. Focusing on area programs that support our local kids, athletics, and those in need, WKTY Cares is aiming to make lives better in the Cooley region, with targeted donations to local programs whose primary goal is also helping those in need. In September, the WKTY Cares campaign is proud to award Rush Wisconsin West Soccer as our August donation recipient, thanks to Kratt Lumber Company of La Crosse and Reinhardt Food Service.
Welcome back to college football. Roger Herring Stadium here at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Krieger back to punt this one away. Holte standing back at the UW-Whitewater 13-yard line. Coach Jan is calling a timeout there. And here is the snap, and the punt is away. It's a end-over-end kick. Holte comes up on the run, takes it at the 18, got bumped, and then now finally goes up the field and gets taken out at about the 24-yard line as he steps out of bounds there.
Boy, number 7, Max, or Colin Schuster, had a great opportunity for a block or a tackle, and he ran right through him.
So it'll be the Eagles getting back on defense, trying to put a little bit more pressure on Evan Lewandowski. Lewandowski's averaged about 258 yards passing in these first 3 games for the Whitewater Warhawks. And he is doing the job today as well with a couple of touchdown passes.
See if we can disrupt his rhythm on this series.
One receiver right, 2 left. Lewandowski off his back foot. Ball tipped up into the air, incomplete. Edmondson on the flat. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 upcoming.
Ryan Daines, first time we've called his name this afternoon on a stunt. Came from the outside and was part of that deflection along with Josh Dorschner.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up. 2 receivers off to the left side, 1 to the right. Tight end on the right side of the line as well. Pistol formation with the back right behind Evan Lewandowski. Now he lines up right next to him in the shotgun. That's Edmondson. And he will take the handoff, looking for some blockers. They're not coming. He bounces it out to the left side, trying to get to the edge, and he's breaking a couple of tackles, and he has the 1st down. Looked like UWL had him wrapped up, and he just escapes to the corner, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, if one door is not open, go to the next door, but you talk about the ability to stay low, bounce off a tackle, and then get to the outside and find a different running lane.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Whitewater. 5:44 to go here in the first half. Eagles trail by 4. 3 receivers lined up to the right side. Tight end on the right side of the line as well. Shotgun formation for Lewandowski, running back to his left. Ryan Burns shows blitz. Here's a rollout to the right side. Lewandowski fires over the middle and complete. Falling on the pass and coming back for it. Number 7, Sam Delaney, who was wide open in the middle of the field, and he's down to the Eagle 43-yard line.
Again, great protection. Flushed a little bit out of the pocket, but he kept his eyes downfield and found an open receiver.
So 1st down and 10. We see just the arm talent that Lewandowski has there. On the move, across his body, over the middle, about 30 yards down the field. Hit him on a strike. 1 receiver to the right side, 2 left. All near the line of scrimmage, all near the line. Now it's Holte going in motion into the backfield. And it'll be a swing pass out to him. He's got plenty of space out there, and he gets past the blocker and out to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. It's 2nd down and 1.
Well-designed play, and using that time Eli Hoke as a blocker, and check that Stephen Hine as a blocker. Did a great job on the outside. Another close to a 1st down.
Receiving wise, he is the leading target. 17 catches, 277 yards, and 3 touchdowns, rather. 2 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left. And now it is a shotgun formation. Off to the left of Lewandowski is Tamir Thomas. Fake the handoff to Thomas, go to the right side, complete. All sorts of space, breaking through a tackle. 20, down to the 15-yard line. That is number 2 for the Whitewater Warhawks, Tommy Coates, and he's had a monster game with 2 touchdown catches and that catch and run there.
They loaded up with 2 tight ends on the boundary side and then threw to the opposite side. Could have been a 1st down or touchdown. Cade Osborne on the tackle.
1st down and 10 at the Eagle 15-yard line. 3:46 to go. Eagles got to try to hold him here. 1 receiver out to the right, 2 to the left. Pistol formation in the backfield. Lewandowski with Edmondson now off to his left in the shotgun. Lewandowski takes the snap, play action fake, goes to the left side. Holte again, all sorts of running room on the swing pass, and he's finally corralled at the 10-yard line. Pickup of 5 on 1st and 10.
Wide receiver screen to the wide side, and he has shown lots of different formations and lots of different receivers here in the first half.
They're going to go a lot of short routes and try to use that speed and yards after the catch, and then they'll burn you on a deep route. So just a lot of different areas that this Whitewater Warhawk team can exploit. And so far, they've done so against this really good UWL defense. One receiver to either side of the formation, shotgun in the backfield. Edmondson off to the right of Lewandowski. Lewandowski takes the snap, and here is the handoff up the middle. Edmondson maybe gets inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, and he's going to be short by about 2 yards.
Good north-south runner right into the teeth of the Eagle defense, and that time they were up to the challenge.
2:27 to go in the first half. It's 14-10. UW-Whitewater on top of the Eagles. Holding them to 3 would be a pretty big win here. Get the ball back, see what happens. 17-10 if they're able to make the field goal. They'll let the clock run down just a little while. Third down and 3 upcoming.
Warhawks may be looking for a timeout as we're down to 5 seconds on the play clock.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing.
Lewandowski just walking to the sideline, and they're going to make sure they've got the right play that they want to execute. 1:58 to go in the half. It's 14-10. Whitewater on top of La Crosse. We're back in 30 seconds. This is college football on WKTY.
Midwest Family has a chance for all of us together to make some miracles happen. Join us in Gunderson Health System for the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon coming up October 13th and 14th. All the money raised stays right here at home, and during the Radiothon, you'll hear stories from families helped by your generosity. Thanks to Stanek Electric, Mark Jewelers, and River Valley Remodelers for their support. And thank you for helping to make miracles happen. Find all the information you need on the CMN Radiothon with Midwest Family at AroundRiverCity.com.
To Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson live with you here this afternoon on a beautiful day for football. 64 degrees at kickoff, some light winds and sunny, and a huge crowd taking in this one, Terry, as pretty much everything is perfect except for the score. Eagles trying to hold Whitewater here and possibly get the football back inside of 2 minutes.
Certainly a stand here would bring the excitement back to the Eagles sideline.
One receiver going to be lined up to the right side, one to the left, double tight end set on the right. The running back, Preston Strasburg in the backfield in the shotgun to the right of Lewandowski. Eagle defense shows blitz, now backs off. Lewandowski takes the snap, hands off is to Strasburg, and I don't think he got it. He did not. It's going to be 4th down and 2, the left side of the line for the Eagles, coming through with a big stop.
Well, he did not. Courtesy of number 92 was right there on that goal line defense. And
Merrick Dixon.
Merrick Dixon. At 6 foot, 265 pounds.
And now
he's not even on the depth chart, and he made a big play.
And they're going to kick the field goal. It looks like a timeout has been called, it looks like, by UWL to get the football back. But Evan Lewandowski was going off the field. The kicking unit was coming on. And now it looks like what we're going to have, Terry, is that's a huge stop for UWL to kind of gain a little bit of that momentum back, which has kind of been a little bit fleeting.
I would think Matt Janish would say to his defensive unit now, hey, I'm sure they have, as part of their package, a fake field goal.
Yeah.
So you better be ready for that. The unexpected, certainly part of the game plan of all teams. We'll see what the Keith Bullis, or Kevin Bullis, the head coach, decides to do here.
Eagles again in their white jersey, white pants, maroon jerseys, white numbers, and silver helmets. All white unis for Whitewater, purple trim, purple helmets, and purple numbers as well. As you mentioned, Oktoberfest weekend, the team able to join in the Torchlight Parade on Thursday evening. Great experience for the team. Coach Janis was pretty pleased with the outcome of that, with the way the team handled themselves and enjoyed their time. Kicker coming up. Nathan Custer. It's going to be blocked. They blocked the kick. It's picked up at the 25-yard line. And here's a lateral. And the Eagles are up the 40, the 30, the 25, 20 with a wall of blockers. And the Eagles are going to return a kick field goal for a touchdown.
Well, we were looking for something to ignite the enthusiasm. And look at the fan reception, the students, the sidelines. Oh, my God. That's why you call it timeout.
Cade Osborne got the lateral, and he took it the rest of the way with blockers out in front of him, and the Eagles take the lead with 1:20 left to go in the first half.
A stunning turn of events here for the Whitewater Warhawks, and they were looking for a penalty on that. That's why they're coaching staff's a little upset.
Yeah, no penalty flags. That's the best thing. Obviously, the refs are conferencing right now, but we don't see anyone anywhere.
Well, you're not going to find one now after you caucus and decided like.
And now we'll get 16-14. It'll be Ryan Byrne doing the extra point honors. Both referees are going to give an explanation to the coaching staff. Coach Janis, Coach Bolus. And still waiting for an explanation. They're holding up play right now. There's a flag that the referee picked up at the 25-yard line.
Maybe an empty flag. Actually,
it is a touchdown. It might.
Well, I think the protocol is an empty flag sometimes.
A celebration penalty.
Yeah, or sideline.
Yep.
Infraction.
So 16-14 on the blocked kick return. Kate Osborne, the last man to take it the last 45 yards or so. Ryan Byrne will try to kick the extra point to make it a 3-point Eagle lead with 1:20 left to go in the half. Here is the extra point. That one's way high. And it's 17-14.
Did that land in the soccer fields?
3 field goal blocks in the last 2 games. 2 Adam Qualm. Now we get another one here. And you mentioned it, Terry, something to get the momentum back in your favor, get the crowd involved. And that just tore the house down at Roger Herring Stadium.
You're always looking for a catalyst, somebody to make a big play, and the Eagles found that in that particular blocked field goal.
So the Eagles, a 17-14 lead. 1:20 remaining in the half. And now we'll see if the Eagles defense can stop Whitewater once again from going down the field. They have plenty of time. They've got 2 timeouts in their back pocket to work with. And I think if you're going into the halftime break, Terry, the second half has got to be all about pressure on Evan Lewandowski.
Oh, absolutely. When we look at he hasn't even hardly been touched, except when he decided to run a couple times. But we know that it starts and ends up front, and that will be a point of discussion at halftime.
You take a look at those big fellas up front for UW-Whitewater. You got 273, 313, 304, and 356 across the line. So the Eagles will kick this one away from the 20-yard line. So they do call a sideline penalty on the Eagles. So we'll see if Byrne can get a hold of his kick here and still put him back at a decent spot to let his coverage team get down. That's exactly what the Eagles were looking for, as we mentioned, to get the momentum back on their side. Here's the run up at the kick for Ryan Byrne. That's a line drive kick. And taken at the 16-yard line. And here's Edmondson. Big hole in the middle. He's got some room. He's out across the 50. He's out across the 40. Ryan Byrne, the last man to get him. And he finally drags him down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Well, I guess one good play deserves another.
Yeah.
I don't know, but geez. All of a sudden, the Eagles go from a elation to like, what is this? Talk about speed in the open field. Ryan Byrne there, or 6 for the Warhawks.
So Byrne, the kicker, the last man on defense, pretty much on every kickoff, does his job there, angles him to the sideline, Edmondson, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the UWL 15-yard line. Evan Lewandowski back out onto the field. 2 receivers lined up to the right side, tight end lined up left side. And it'll be Strasburg to the right of Evan in the shotgun. It's a play-action fake. He goes to the left side, and that is caught incomplete. They say he didn't get his feet down in bounds. Michael Coates, the intended target, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Was that ever close? I think just by a hair he went out of bounds, but that could have easily been 6. Again, great coverage, but he had all kinds of time to throw.
So 2nd down and 10 after the tight end did not get his feet down. Michael Coates there. 3 receivers off to the right side. None left. Shotgun formation. Strasburg off to the left of Lewandowski. And Lewandowski looks over the Eagle defense as they show pressure. They come with it. Lewandowski escapes it. Off to the right side. Keeps his eyes down the field. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted by Elijah Holt. gets the pick in the end zone. Eagles take over at the 20.
Well, flushed out of the pocket, and he's just thought he could escape and make something happen. An errant throw, not a good decision by Lewandowski.
Trying to use that rocket of an arm to get it through the defense, and the Eagle defense comes up with a big, big play. Elijah Alt, the safety from Lone Rock, Wisconsin, the senior, the captain, and he comes up with a huge play to keep the Warhawks off the scoreboard on that possession.
Captain, all-conference, returner, and one of the keys to that Eagle defense.
53 seconds to go. Coach Janis is just going to go to the locker room. Under center is Cade Garcia. He's going to take a knee. We'll see if Coach Bolus uses any of his timeouts. And it sure doesn't look like it. Eagles, barring a fumbled snap, are going to go into the locker room with a 17-14 lead. And not all the momentum is on their side. You know, obviously you still had that big kick return, but your defense finally made a play there, and your special teams made the difference. We're back to a heck of a classic game here, Terry, between Whitewater and UW-La Crosse. It was looking a little bit hairy in the first part of the game, but this is going to be a heck of a battle in the second half.
A first half of big plays is what it was.
Yep. Tommy Coates with a couple of touchdowns. A block kick return for a touchdown, and UW-La Crosse leads Whitewater 17-14 going into the halftime locker room. Going to take a 3-minute timeout, give you some halftime stats. Terry's interview with Sean Parker coming up in just a little bit. This is college football on WKTY.
For all of you folks looking to buy a home, even if your realtor suggests another lender, which is totally okay, please do yourself a favor and also give Matt or Troy a call.
That's Bruce Smolek, president of Firefighters Credit Union.
Then, Troy, they don't need to make a deal to pay their rent. These guys will never say or do slimy things just to get a deal closed. Their sole purpose is to serve you and make your life better and get you the best possible deal that's out there. Even if you've already visited with another lender, you owe it to yourself to give Matt or Troy a call. You won't regret it.
Firefighters Credit Union, 5th Avenue South, La Crosse, Amy Drive, Holman, Midwest Drive on Alaska, and more info at myfirecu.org.
Firefighters Credit Union.
Equal housing lender. Membership eligibility required. Deposits federally insured by NCUA.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. The NFL has done a lot to mitigate the risk of head injuries. Players were forced to wear Guardian caps this preseason, and the league has cracked down on helmet-to-helmet contact. But football is a violent sport, and not all injuries can be prevented. That became apparent last night after the Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa suffered a scary head injury. The league has taken concussions and other head injuries seriously for years now. But after last night, the NFL's concussion protocol has to be in question. On Sunday, Tua suffered what looked to be a devastating head injury. That was in the team's win over the Bills. But the QB later returned to the game after the team ruled that his injury was a back issue and he was medically cleared. 4 days later, the quarterback was playing on Thursday night. Hard to speculate what the real issue with Tua was on Sunday, but if the NFL Players Association finds any evidence of head injury from this past weekend, the NFL, as well as the Dolphins, certainly have some explaining to do. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. We could talk about how complicated other banks make it to redeem credit card rewards, like how they require minimums, and worse, how the rewards flat out expire. Or we could talk about how with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. That's amazing. And now that we've talked about that, let's get back to, the stuff we talk about here on the show. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. That's discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms do apply. Energy is something we have less of as we get older, and that's why I take M-Drive supplements for driven guys with clinically tested ingredients for healthy T levels and the drive to get things done. M-Drive can help you stay motivated and energized. And now you can try M-Drive for only $5. Text Dan to 55,000. Claim your offer. M-Drive. Text Dan 55,000. Get your first order. $5. Accomplish more with M-Drive. Message and data.
Welcome back to Roger Herring Stadium. Halftime here at UW-La-Crosse, 17-14. Special guest in the booth here this afternoon, Sean Parker, former punter of the Eagles. And Terry, take it away.
All right. Sean Parker flew back from Colorado Springs. It started in Portland. Then he goes to La Crosse, now back west to Colorado Springs. Welcome to the halftime show.
Thank you. Good to be here. Great to be here.
Well, I have fond memories of watching you, and we developed a good friendship when you were here. And I'm sure you have lots of defining moments in your illustrious career here at UWL.
Yeah, I had a great time here. I mean, great career. I got really lucky being able to start my freshman year. Came in at the right time. Just being able to play all 4 years, I mean, it was such a blessing for me.
Well, you averaged over 40 yards a kick, and I said many times during the broadcast that your hang time, your directional kicking, everything about your game was one of the best in the history of UWL kickers.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
And there's been some good ones.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good ones, yeah.
So going back to when you were in high school, you were a very good athlete there. You had lots of choices. You could even play college soccer, maybe. You had lots of choices, and you decided to come all the way to La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty special for us too.
Yeah, I was a soccer player growing up. Didn't play. I played 1 year of high school football, and got lucky enough. Really only Division III teams were looking at me. I didn't want to stay in Oregon. I wanted to leave. And La Crosse was just perfect. I mean, I was up here with my visit with Coach Schmidt, and he talked to me for about 10-15 minutes, and he said, "You have any questions?" I said, "No. I'm coming here. I'm doing anything I can to get to this school." And I mean, it's just phenomenal what happened and the great times that we had.
Well, you have some connections here too, so It wasn't you just came here blind.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't just picking up a random city or anything. Yeah, I got my grandpa lives on the north side. My aunt and uncle live just outside of La Crosse, a little bit into the bluffs. And my uncle is a longtime Logan. You know him pretty well, Mr. Tom Kammer. So he's a longtime Logan soccer coach and track and field coach. So got some connections.
He certainly has left a legacy there. He still coaches soccer, but. You were the Eagle defense always told me you were one of their favorite people because of your directional kicks, because of the fact when your longest kick was, I think, 71 yards in 2021. But the Eagle defense always knew that you could put him in good position to start that possession.
Yeah, and that's why I loved punting. I'm a perfectionist, so. I worked very hard to get the ball in the right spot. I mean, you're just really trying to help them out as much as possible.
When I think of the approach now, the culture of the Eagles under Matt Janis, he always talks about the experience and be yourself and find defining moments and enjoy the community and be out in the Oktoberfest and just don't focus on football. Enjoy every minute of your college career, and I think you did that too.
Yeah, definitely something I did. I mean, obviously focused on football a lot, but I mean, I got out in the community. It helped having family here and stuff, but I mean, I had all my roommates. I mean, living with 5 other college football players, 5 other guys. I mean, it was a lot of fun. They're all from around here, Black River Falls, Arcadia, so kind of get out to those communities as well. Seeing this awesome, amazing state was a great time.
Well, you were on my show, Seven Rivers Sports, too, and we talked about, growing up and some of your role models and coaches that have really influenced you throughout your career. And there were some people that you said were very special in your life.
Yeah, I think my parents are definitely, they were the ones who really encouraged me to make the switch to football, to try and to go out here. I know my dad was a little hesitant for me to come all the way out here. He was, trying to get anything I can to stay in state, stay close to him. But, he loves coming back here now. And it's just, I had a lot of friends and extended family members that were a big part of me getting out here. And just a lot of good people in my life.
Again, our halftime guest, Sean Parker, now lives in Colorado Springs and was a all-conference kicker here for the Eagles for 4 years, and he's kind enough to join us. So what's better to have a special teams guest when the first half was all about special teams?
Absolutely, it was. I mean, what a play. I was trying to find my way to the booth. I couldn't find this place. You guys tucked back in the corner. I had to go around, and I was sitting up with a bunch of old football guys, and I'm like, you know what? Talking to them, like, it'd be pretty cool if they blocked this and ran it back for a touchdown. And that's exactly what we were going crazy, jumping around. I mean, I thought one of us might fall out that. I don't know. But, I mean, that was electric. And you just love it.
We've talked a lot, and I know you were part of the approach to emphasizing special teams, not just as an afterthought to end practice, but a big part of Matt Janish's philosophy is emphasize special teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that when Coach Janis came in, we started doing every special teams every single day. So, I mean, that's a lot of special teams going on, and that was something that I love because previously it would be like, you do the punt team once or twice a week. And when that's all that I do, I want to be punting all the time. And so something that we do every single day, I'm really glad that they started emphasizing that, and I think it obviously you can see it makes us a lot better.
You had a pretty good coach, too, that worked a lot day in and day out on your technique.
Yes. Coach Larson, I mean, that guy, I owe so much to him. If I ever would have a bad punt or anything, I mean, he would know what I did wrong before the ball hit my foot. He knew by my drop, by something's off. I'd run out the field all angry, and he would just be like, "Stop! This is what you're gonna do to fix it, and then we're gonna be good." And that's what I mean. He would calm me down, and he's one of my good friends now. I saw him, before the game today. Talked to him a little bit. And, I mean, that guy I owe a lot to.
What's ahead for Sean Parker now living in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, so what's ahead? Going into a law enforcement career. So waiting for applications to kind of get started, going through that whole process, and then living in Colorado Springs, trying to make it back to La Crosse as much as I can, and hopefully I'm going to be at a national championship game in December watching the Eagles win it.
Well, I think we'll be there, too, at least I hope. So, I mean, not only are you back for the Eagle big game, biggest game in the country today in Division III, but you're back to celebrate Oktoberfest, because yesterday this Sean Parker guy gets a hold of me, and I'm working, getting ready for football practice and teaching, and he's down at the Fest grounds on a Friday afternoon.
I was, yes. Got into La Crosse very early Friday morning, slept, and then we went to Kegs and Eggs at Howie's. And, I mean, this was the first Oktoberfest where I've been able to do stuff, go to the Fest grounds. I mean, we always have games. I know that my junior year we had a bye. This was our bye weekend. But it's the first time I get to go out and explore, and I mean, what a great time it was.
Did you bring your fiancée back with you, too?
Yes, she is here. She's down there with all of our other friends. And, yeah, I mean, she wasn't going to be able to get the time off. She didn't have a ticket. And I'm like, you're going to have so much FOMO, fear of missing out. You got to come with us.
So the word has it that when the Eagles win today, there'll be a huge celebration throughout the city. And Matt Janish might even be part of that celebration.
I think that when the Eagles win, I'm hoping La Crosse is still standing tomorrow if that happens. It is going to be a celebration like no other. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the second half. I hope we keep it up, what we're doing. Hope we get offense going a little bit more. Hopefully we can make them punt. They made us punt. Let's see their punter come out here now. So
last question. Yeah. The most defining moment, the most special part of your career at UWL was, besides your 71-yard punt?
That was a big against Whitewater last year. That was a big punt for me. But I would say, fortunately, against Whitewater, my sophomore year on Oktoberfest, we had a fake punt. And I threw the ball I remember Coach Schmidt came up to me on Tuesday, said, hey, it's a 100%er. It's going to be wide open. I said, awesome. I'm going to be able to throw the ball. Sweet. Comes up to me on Friday, says, hey, yeah, we watched a little bit more film. He's not open all the time, so we're going to give you a second option, so you got to read this guy. I'm like, I punt the ball. I don't know how to read a defense. And so then he's like, but it's still 100% or one of them's going to be open, going to be fine. And then we get out, we call it. I'm super nervous. And I go to my first guy, he's covered. Go to the second guy, he's covered. And I'm thinking, 100%er? Really, coach? And then somehow Nate Clark just opened up a little bit. It wasn't Nate Clark. It was,
the one and only time you were allowed to audibilize and go and not kick the ball. The one and only time.
Yeah, and he opened up just a little bit. I threw the ball up. It was a horrible throw. Somehow he caught the ball right at the first down marker. Got smoked right away, but it was Kyle Cable. Kyle
Cable.
Yes.
From Holman, Wisconsin.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course, I remember him too. So anyway, but this is alumni weekend. You got a lot of your friends and family back here and ex-players. Did you do some celebration before the game too today?
I celebrated yesterday pretty hard. I would say I enjoyed the festivities that lacrosse offers. I was feeling a little rough this morning, so I'm taking it easy. I knew I was going to come in on the halftime show, but I'm looking forward to hanging out, enjoying the festivities, enjoying an Eagle win, and then enjoying lacrosse even more.
Exactly. Well, I didn't see this morning. I ran a race at 7 o'clock down at the Riverside Park, and you must have overslept because I didn't see you there for that race.
I was not. I was.
You didn't sign up.
I was. Yeah. I did not sign up for that. I was awake at 7 o'clock. I woke up around 7 a.m.
Because the gun went off at 7.
Yeah, it's probably
downtown.
Yeah.
And a lot of people probably woke up.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to. Well, again, our guest has been Sean Parker, an All-American punter from UWL, back for the Oktoberfest and to watch the Eagles play. Appreciate you taking the time to be our halftime guest.
Appreciate you having me.
All right.
Great to see you.
We're going to be back with the second half right after this with the Eagles ahead 17-14. We'll be right back after this.
Merv from Verve here. It's fall, so it's corn maze season, which means it's pumpkin spice loan season at Verve, which means I'm up on a post dressed as a scarecrow scaring away crows and loan payments.
You don't scare me.
Hello, Mr. Crow. Why are you on my shoulder?
It's what we do.
Well, what I do is help people make smart financial decisions.
Can I get a pumpkin spice loan?
Can you make a video call?
Did you say video call or video?
The first one. You can see and talk to a Verve lender from wherever you are. And right now, when you bring your vehicle loan to Verve, you'll enjoy 90 days no pay. We'll give you a low rate and instant approval.
I think I'll make that video right now.
The Pumpkin Spice Loan from Verve. Get started today at pumpkinspiceloan.com. Verve, a credit union. Federally insured by NCUA. Loan rates, terms, conditions, and instant approval based on credit qualifications, account relationship, and approval. Membership eligibility required. Subject to change without notice. Interest will accrue with the Pumpkin Spice Loan.
And now for the weather. Here's meteorologist Stormy O'Day. Okay, I don't even know what this is.
Behold the wheel of weather. Today will be... Ooh, that's not good. And say we try that again.
Is this going to take very long?
When it comes to your comfort, you don't want to wait for a do-over. I'm Mark from Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Our Gold Star maintenance will help make sure your heating and air conditioning equipment is running at its best. With our Gold Star maintenance plan, we'll schedule your annual appointment at a time that works for you. Schneider Heating's Gold Star maintenance plan gives you a discount on yearly cleaning and adjustment of your furnace and air conditioning system. Get more out of your heating and cooling with increased efficiency. Give us a call and we'll work with your schedule. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, La Crosse and Winona.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort is our business.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. If you want to talk about an early season MVP in the NFL, you've got to start with Lamar Jackson. Find me anybody, anywhere having a greater impact on their team than Lamar. He is accounting for 87% of the Ravens' offense. That is flat out incredible. And he's doing it on a team that used to be renowned for its defense that suddenly cannot tackle or stop anybody at all. And he's doing it in a contract year where he's negotiating for himself and betting on himself. All of this leads a Ravens legend, Ed Reed, to talk about how maybe he should be making a business decision. I see Ed working The L in NFL has never stood for loyalty. The team will do what's best for the team, and the players should do what's best for the player. But you know Lamar is not changing. And the fact that he's not means that this could end very badly for both he and the team.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code MADDOG at checkout. That's harrys.com, code MADDOG. Enjoy!
Welcome back to college football on WKTY 96.7 FM and 580 AM, streaming on WKTYsports.com/video, the WKTY app, and around River City on Roku and Apple TV. Eagles lead the Whitewater Warhawks 17-14. Let's take a look at the scoring summary. It started with 8:34 remaining in the first quarter, a 7-yard touchdown catch from Cade Garcia to Max Stubendick. A couple of touchdowns for Tommy Coates. They answered back. 4:44 remaining first quarter. A 5-yard variety from Evan Lewandowski. Ryan Byrne had a 40-yard field goal just inside the second quarter. Tommy Coates going right back down the field with a touchdown of his own, 12 yards from Lewandowski. And then with 1:20 remaining, Eagles stop the Warhawks, call a timeout, and then a blocked kick from Josh Dorschner, picked up by Tate Pitcher, and lateraled to Cade Osborne for a 65-yard return for a touchdown. And that is how we start the second half. And also, Terry, that interception on the goal line when the Whitewater Warhawks were threatening again.
Two spectacular plays. You know what jumps out on at me from this stat sheet? Number one, Tyler Stubendick. And he has put the Eagles in great field position where his kick returns, 3 of them for 81 yards. Cam Sorensen only targeted one time. Let's see if he can get into the game in the second half. I think one of the concerns is the comfort level of Evan Lewandowski. I think in the second half, maybe more of a stunt package, more games up in front, trying to pressure him so he doesn't have as much time as he's had. I like the fact that the red zone has been a focus all week for the Eagles, and they're 2 for 2 in red zone opportunities.
Eagles will kick it away from right to left. It'll be Jalen Edmondson and Sheldon Garrett back at their own 9-yard line to receive. Here's Ryan Byrne's kick. Brings Edmondson back to the 2-yard line. And he thinks he's in Division I. He thought he called for a fair catch. They're at the 10-yard line trying to scramble, and they finally bring him down at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that could have been a critical mistake to say the least, huh? Number 1, Tyler Bowman, Jack Kelly, I should say. There's 2 number 1s making the tackle.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Division I, you can call for a fair catch inside the 25, and it's an automatic touchback. And that's kind of what it looks like he did, as he kind of just almost ran around the opposite way and then finally didn't hear a whistle. And
well, he looked at the official, too, on the
just
side.
kind of waited for...
The official was just stoic.
Yeah, just so what are you doing?
I better run.
So he gets out to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10 with 2 receivers left and 1 right. Play action fake. They throw the screen pass out to the left side. Holtz makes a nice jump cut move, gets a 1st down and more out to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 14 on the first play from scrimmage, second half.
Screen City is what it's been for the Warhawks. Kind of like the Aquinas Blue Goals, who throw all kinds of screens. Middle screen, rocket screen, wide receiver screen. Out of the play action. That's what you're seeing with the Warhawks.
Shotgun formation for Lewandowski. 3 receivers right and 1 left. Running back to his left. Lewandowski looking over the defense of the Eagles. First drive of the second half for Whitewater. Pressure in his face. He's able to avoid it. Runs with the left side, and he's got room. Gets all the way near the 1st down marker. They say he stepped out 2 yards shy. Ushering him out of bounds was the former Warhawk, Adam Quam.
Yeah, that time pressure, intense pressure from Jack Kelly from Plover, Wisconsin, but somehow Lewandowski was able to avoid that and get some decent yardage.
Pressure came up the face of Lewandowski, just kind of stepped to the side, and nobody was out containing him. And got to be honest, there's usually not much reason to try to contain Evan Lewandowski, but that time he made the Eagles pay. 2nd and 10, 3 receivers right and 1 left. Shotgun formation, running back to his right. It is White, as it's going to be a read option fake. Lewandowski tries to take it himself, and he's dragged down from behind for Ryan Daines. That's his first tackle of the game, and it's 3rd down and 2.
Ryan Daines bringing the Westby people to their off their chairs, and I have not. I talked to Matt Janisch about Lewandowski. Said he doesn't like to run. He just is not part of his gift, and so that time it kind of surprised me that the read option, he kept the ball.
3rd down and 2. Strasburg right behind him in the pistol formation. 1 receiver off to each side. Lewandowski sends 2 tight ends to the right side here. Watch for a stretch play. Strasburg gets the handoff up the middle. He's got blockers ahead of him, and he gets a first down out to the 42-yard line. Just a nice push up the middle there by the Whitewater offensive line.
Just like a snow plow right up the middle. Gets a good, easy first down. Great block by number 66, Seth Roberts, the 6'5", 300-pounder from Johnson Creek. You know where that is, where that the mall, the Johnson Creek Mall is.
12:55 to go in this 3rd quarter. 1 receiver off to the right side, 2 to the left. Pistol formation, and again in the backfield. And now it's a shotgun right behind him. It's going to be a screen pass again, a swing out to the left side. Nice jump cut move, and still evading tacklers, getting a first down out across the midfield marker to the 47-yard line. And that was number 7 for the Warhawks, Sam Delaney. And they again move the chains.
Yeah, again, Ryan Daines knocked him out of bounds, but the Warhawks like to put 2 tight ends on one side and throw a swing away from the power side. They've done that several times this afternoon.
3 receivers set on the field, 2 right, 1 left. Tamir Thomas to the left of Lewandowski in the shotgun formation. Other back also to his right. They send Holte behind the play. Handoff is to Thomas up the middle. He's got a hole, cuts it out to the right side, and is spun down out across the 35 to the 33-yard line. Getting in there on the stop, number 25, Aaron Schmitz. And it's a big-time gain for a 1st and 10.
Again, Seth Roberts with a great block, along with Addison DeChambeau, 356 pounds. We talked about him in the first quarter. Pretty impressive.
So the Warhawks on the move once again. Their opening drive of the second half. Thomas to the left of Lewandowski in the shotgun. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Now he goes right behind him for a pistol formation, and now right back in the shotgun. Just trying to change up the looks for the Eagle defense. Double tight end set, both on the right side. Handoff is to Thomas right. Cuts back up in the middle, nowhere to go as he gets maybe to the 30-yard line and a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
That time they ran to the power side and got a couple yards, but Elijah Alt, the all-conference performer from Lone Rock, getting the tackle.
AJ Spichala also in there as well. 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 17-14 Eagles. First drive of the game for the Warhawks. Eagles have not had the ball so far in this quarter. 1 receiver lined up to the left side. Now 2 to the left as Delaney moves over there. 2 to the right as well. Lewandowski in the shotgun. Thomas to his right. Eagle defense showing blitz. And they'll back off. Throw into coverage, and that's going to be... They call it a catch. Referee is conferencing, and it looks like they are going to give him the catch. Delaney able to get his hands underneath it. It brings up 3rd down and 4.
Didn't look like a catch, but the official right there. By the way, these officials have done a nice job this afternoon. That time Adam Qualm from Holman right on top of the play.
3rd down and 4. Eagle fans trying to get their guys fired up. 1 receiver off to the right side, 3 bunched up to the left near the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. Here's Lewandowski. Has some time. Now he's going to try to escape. Fires to the right side, and that's going to be complete on a comeback route inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. That time Tommy Coates, his pretty much favorite target here tonight, gets the catch inside the 15.
As he stepped in the pocket, Drew, his vision just opened up even more and was able to get a key first down.
So 1st and 10 inside the UWL red zone at the 14-yard line. Can get a first down at the 4, but they're looking for a touchdown, obviously, as a couple of defensive substitutions come in. Shotgun formation here. And here is the handoff up the middle. The 4th running back they've used so far here this afternoon, Makayo Harn. And he picks up maybe 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
Eagles brought in Nate Heapus from Little Chute, 220 pounds, trying to shore up that defensive line, and still pretty good yardage.
So 2nd down, Nate at the 12-yard line, coming up on 9 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Harn picked up 2 there. 1 receiver lined up to the right side, 2 to the left.
Reese Jesko back in too.
Tight end goes in motion to the left side here. Harn to the left of Lewandowski. He takes the snap. Play action fake. Goes to the right side for Coates again. Good coverage again, but I think Coates is able to hang on for a 2nd consecutive time. Make it 3 touchdowns now for him. They've run the fade pattern twice near the red zone, and he has converted every time. It's 2017 Whitewater.
Single coverage on the outside. Good coverage, by the way, too. Nothing wrong with that. Just threw it up in the air. It was a jump ball. Cade Osborne, they're picking on him on the outside.
So 21-17 could be upcoming if this extra point is up and good. Number 31, Jeffrey Isolato McGuire. The extra point is up and good. So Whitewater goes down the field on their opening drive and retakes the lead on this Saturday afternoon. Number 9 versus number 3. Going to take a 60-second timeout. Eagles get the ball when we come back. This is college football on WKTY.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson live with you this afternoon. 21-17, Whitewater retakes the lead. Brant Bowman and Stubendick back to receive the kick, and it'll be Stubendick again from the 5-yard line. He's had some nice success so far. Another nice return as he's out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And again, good field position to start the second half for the offense of the Eagles.
That time, Brant Bowman from Marshfield used as a blocker. As you said, good field position again. See if the Eagles can take advantage of it. Recapture the lead.
8:39 to go in this 3rd quarter. We've seen a lot of good games over these last couple of years, but this is everything we could imagine it would be. And obviously different circumstances last year, just a slugfest, 13-7. There at Perkins Stadium, this one a little bit more of a high-scoring affair. Pistol formation in the backfield with the receivers, 1 on each side. It is Kaiser Helterbrand and a quick hitch route. Unfortunately, Studer drops the football as the defense was closing in on him, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Studer is emerging as one of their key receivers. Doesn't drop too many of them, taking advantage of a little bit of a cushion by the Warhawks.
So 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Kaiser Helterbrand in the shotgun formation. Stutzman off to his left. 3 receivers on the left side and 1 to the right.
Cam Sorensen alone by himself with a single coverage. See if they can go to him.
So it is Helterbrand in the shotgun. And the Whitewater Warhawks come with pressure. Penalty flag flies, and it's likely going to be a 5-yard false start on the Eagles. That's the indication anyway. Middle linebacker came on the blitz. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 15.
We said early on, watch the classic matchup, Egan Hine and Cam Sorensen. And Hines so far has really negated the effectiveness of Cam Sorensen.
Had that first drive catch on the back shoulder fade, but nothing since then. Second down and 15, 8:34 to go in this third quarter. Whitewater with a 21-17 lead over the Eagles. Two receivers off to each side of the formation. Shotgun in the backfield. Running back off to the right, that's Stutzman of Helterbrand. Helterbrand straight back in the pocket, has time. Now he steps up, tries to get away from the sack, and he can't do it. Wrapped up at the 26-yard line, loss of 2. Brings up third down and 17.
Completely collapsed. Kyle Gallagher, 262 from Notre Dame, Niles, Illinois, in on the tackle.
So third down and long. We'll see what Coach Janis and this offense come up with. Going to be 2 receivers right and 2 left.
Might be a good time for a screen.
Yep. At least get some more yards to try and flip the field with your special teams. Again, Stutzman to the left of Helterbrand in the shotgun. Eagles trying to avoid a 3 and out. Straight back in the pocket. Helterbrand. As he pump fakes, and now he's taken off. He's taken him off himself. He's got close to a first down, and he has it out to midfield.
It just opened right up in front of him.
The Red Sea parts there. Man, what a play.
I mean, he knew where the first down marker was, and he got there comfortably.
And a great job just keeping himself that time. Helterbrand needed to get 17 yards, and from where he was in the shotgun, it was more about 20, 21 yards. That's the third time I've seen him pump fake, and I'm just scared to death he's going to lose the ball, but he's just got a tight grip on it, and it's no problem for him. 2 receivers off to the right. New set of downs here for the Eagles. Pistol formation to the backfield. And Helterbrand keeps it himself on the read option, gets to about the 49, make it the 48-yard line, pickup of 2, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Solid tackle, too, right on Hildebrand, number 45. For the Warhawks, making a good hit. Ryan Liska, who we talked about earlier, all-conference performer.
2nd and 8. 6:52 remaining in this third quarter. Warhawks 27, UWL 17. 3 receivers off to the right side, none left. Yost in the tight end on the left side of the line. Helterbrand in the shotgun with Stutzman to his left. 4 D linemen down for Whitewater. Now they go into the pistol formation. It's going to be a handoff to Stutzman. He takes the right side. Nice cut move to get a few extra yards as he is cut down at about the 43-yard line. Needs 3 more for a first down here on 3rd and short.
Yeah, and the offensive line, a nice job that time of sealing off the edge, particularly number 75 or 76, Noah Coleman.
3rd down and 3 coming up for the Eagles. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Studer alone on the left side. Shotgun formation, Helterbrand. This is usually his wheelhouse to keep it himself. We'll see if they go quarterback draw or not. Kaiser takes the snap. It will be a quarterback draw. They do keep it with him, and he stumbles forward for a first down. He picked up 5. Got hit about 1.5 yards from the line of scrimmage and kept those legs driving, and the new set of downs is coming up for Eagles.
If you're looking for another job, maybe you could be a play caller, because that's exactly your call was what Mike McGuire was thinking.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Tight end lined up on the left side of the line as well. Shotgun formation for UWL. Kaiser Helterbrand takes the snap. Long delayed handoff to Stutzman. Stutzman, not much room, gets what he can, maybe 2 on the play to the 36, and it's 2nd down and long.
A good block on the right side by Alex Bongers, all conference from Nurston, Minnesota. But then the hole closed quickly.
Yep. And that's a fast-moving defensive line, front 7. They just fly to the football. Holes are there, and then they're gone, pretty much. 1 receiver to the right side, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation, pistol formation, rather. Helterbrand will take the snap. And here's the handoff to Stutzman. He takes the left side this time, lowers his shoulder, gets across the 35 to the 33-yard line, make it the 34, gain of 2. And it brings up 3rd down and 6.
Trying to run behind Yostin, and Shane McGrail, the linebacker from Plainfield, Illinois, would have nothing to do with it.
Obviously, the Eagles made a 40-yard field goal to begin the second quarter. Got to get about 7 or 8 more yards. And in that case, it would be a first down. to get into Ryan Burns' range. 2 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left, shotgun formation. Stutzman off to the left of Helterbrand. Straight back in the pocket is Kaiser. Swing pass out to the left side. Stutzman makes the catch, and he tiptoes up near the left sideline, and he's finally out at the 22, and that'll move the chains.
He was the hot receiver, no question about it. That run out of bounds by number 5, Daniel James from Madison Edgewood. I remember that name.
Inside of 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Good drive here for the UWL Eagles on their opening possession. Going to be 2 receivers to the right side and 1 to the left. Pistol formation again. Now into the shotgun. Stutzman lines up to the left of Kaiser. Goes back behind him. Cornerbacks back off near the line of scrimmage. And here is Brant Bowman into the game. And he is going to pick up maybe 4 or 5 inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Good patient running by him, just following those blocks when they materialized.
Secures the ball really well in anticipation of getting hit. Sparingly, he has played well.
2nd down and 5, also a special teams demon as he goes on kickoff coverage, kick return team. Just kind of does it all for this Eagle football team. 1 receiver out to each side of the formation, shotgun in the backfield. Helterbrand takes the handoff to Bowman, and he is sacked immediately coming off the edge. Number 11 for the defense. And that, was...
Yeah, Egan Hine.
Egan Hine, yep, the cornerback coming in on the blitz.
Cornerback blitz, which we hadn't seen before. Makes a pretty special hit.
Yep. Kind of spun him down there. 3rd down and 12 coming up.
Yostin coming out.
Eagle, 3rd down.
Passing situation.
4 receivers on the field, 2 right and 2 left. Studer and Stubendick to the left. Matthias enters and Cam Sorensen to the right. Shotgun formation at the 30, at the 25. Stubendick goes in motion from left to right. And here's Helterbrand setting up the screen play. Here's Bowman. Blockers out in front of him. 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown, UWL.
Just to the boundary side. Set his special players and playmakers to one side and came back to the other side with a screen.
Didn't look like there was much there to begin with, and then it just opened up after he got to the edge, and there was nobody there. Beautiful call there by Coach McGuire. It's 23-21. Ryan Byrne getting set to kick the extra point to make it a 24-21 game.
Byrne for the extra point.
2:12 to go in the quarter. Both teams now with touchdowns in this quarter. And the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So the Eagles retake the lead on their opening offensive possession. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
If it's happening in Wisconsin sports, you'll hear about it on the Wisco Sports Show.
Bart Winkler, friend of the show, as a fellow UW Lacrosse Eagle, I think we need to have an honest conversation about our contemporary, Brian Gutekunst, who is the general manager of the Packers. Now, I used to blindly defend him, and I would always refer to him as a UWL guy, very obnoxiously as a bit. Where do you stand on your fellow UW Lacrosse Eagle?
I view him, honestly, I mean, I'm going to double-check his graduate diploma because he thinks he's a UWL Eagle. He's acting more like someone who went to Viterbo.
Whoa, I love that take.
I dated a girl from Viterbo for, not a long time.
Sure.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Those extra 3 blocks in that walk of shame, it's too long.
Talking Wisconsin sports with Grant Bilse. It's the Wisco Sports Show on WKTY.
12 plays, 67 yards, 6:27 off the clock. Kaiser Helterbrand with a 25-yard screen pass to Brant Bowman, and the Eagles retake the lead 24-21 with 2:12 to go in the quarter. Ryan Byrne getting set to boot this one away. It's a high end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for. And that time it will be a touchback. So I wonder if the officials on that last one just didn't see the signal thereby.
Well, it wasn't a very clear signal.
Yeah, to Jalen Edmondson. That time, well over his head on the fair catch.
Yeah. You know, we talk about Michael McGuire, who was from Grable, Wyoming. Was a high school standout star there for a friend of mine, my classmate, Ken Jensen, who listens to these broadcasts. back in Grable, and his play selection, he's kind of the architect of this offense and does a great job in play calling.
Going to be a 3-receiver set, 2 out to the left side. A couple of tight ends lined up on the right side now. Shotgun formation, Lewandowski. And fakes the handoff to the running back. Has all sorts of time going deep down the middle of the field. He's got a man open, and that is caught. And stumbling down to the 15-yard line, number 17, Stephen Hine. And they went on a deep shot, and they connected. First down and 10 inside the red zone.
Just like that play action, Charlie Kramer from Round Lake, Illinois, beat on a streak pattern right up the middle. And just like that, the Warhawks in the red zone.
Finally goes down to the 14-yard line. A great throw there for Evan Lewandowski. Goes from the 25 to the 14. Three receivers out to the right side. None left. 61-yard pass completion there. Play action fake. And again, the route to Coates, and he is wide open again. Danes was on him. That's a mismatch, and it's second down and 10.
Yeah, it would have been 6. Just overthrown. Coates wide open in the corner of the end zone.
Kind of got sucked in with the play action fake, it looked like. And
yeah, Dane's getting no help over the top.
1:38 to go in the third quarter. The Eagles catch a break there. Have to be able to stand these Warhawks away. 2 receivers lined up to the left side, 1 to the right. Tight end left side. Mikhail Harn, the running back, to the left. Play fake to him, goes to the 10-yard line, and now the ball is out of bounds. He fumbled it out. Cade Osborne got the hand on the football there. Number 2, the reception. And that was Tommy Coates again.
Sideline was a friend of
Yeah, no question.
On that particular play.
Brings up third down and 5 at the 9-yard line. 1:27 to go in the third quarter. One receiver lined up to the left side, 3 bunched up to the right. Eagle fan base getting into it again, trying to cheer their guys on for another stop in the red zone. Lewandowski takes the snap, has some time in the pocket, goes to the right side, wide open again. This time a touchdown to Tyne. And the Warhawks have retaken the lead with 1:07 remaining in the third quarter.
There wasn't anyone within 15 yards of him. That is surprising.
27-24, Warhawks back in front. 1:07 remaining third quarter. And the kick coming up from Jeffrey Isolado McGuire, the freshman from Whitewater. Trying to make this a 4-point game again. Here is the kick, and it is right through. So the Whitewater Warhawks retake the lead. Just like that, go right down in 5 plays. And the Eagles defensively going to have to make some adjustments in the secondary. That same play has been kind of there for them, the Whitewater offense, pretty much this entire game, Terry.
Yeah, and Lewandowski, just his level of comfort is accelerated. He stands tall in the pocket, been flushed out a few times, but basically he just is able to have a panoramic view of his receivers, and he finds an open one each and every time.
4 plays, 75 yards, 1:05 off the clock, and again that 7-yard touchdown pass to Hine, and that's not gonna win you many ball games. Your defense gonna have to step up, and they have stepped up here this entire season. It's all been about resilience and being able to get these stops when they absolutely need to. Take a look at what happened against Wayne State. They were up, or they were down 14-0 to begin. Shut them out the rest of the half, led 21-14. Then a quick drive by Wayne State coming out of the halftime break, and then shutting them out the rest of the half and getting that 28-21 win.
Yeah, no reason to panic yet.
Nope.
But as you said, defense has been a challenge, right? Stopping Lewandowski and his receivers for most of this game.
Yep. A couple of times it's been overthrows by Lewandowski, and touchdowns could have come earlier based on even that last drive. There was one wide open. So 1:07 to go. Eagle offense will get the football back. And Isotalo McGuire will boom this one away. Eagles going from right to left as you watch on our video feed. Thanks to Firefighters Credit Union for sponsoring today's ball game. It's an end-over-end kick. Taken in the end zone for Stubendick, and he will take a knee, and they'll send it out to the 25-yard line.
One of Jackson Flopmeyer's kicks. I asked him the other day, you could be a kicker at Division III too, because he kicks probably 70% of them into the end zone.
Yep.
And he said, "No, I'm going to be a quarterback."
Probably a pretty good decision. He's a good athlete overall. Plays on the basketball team as well. 1:07 to go here in this third quarter. Eagles getting final instructions from the coaching staff. And UWL will look to at least get a couple of plays down the field before the end of the third quarter. Sorensen goes in motion closer to the line of scrimmage. Stutzman on the handoff, and he picks up maybe 3 to the 27-yard line. They say a gain of 2 officially.
A difficult 3 is what it was.
Yep.
Right in front of him, number 91, Matt Burba from Lake in the Hills, Huntley, Illinois, making the tackle.
Second down and 8. 44 seconds and counting left in this third quarter. One receiver off to the right side. They make it 2 to the right side now. Enters goes over there, and 1 to the left. That's Sorensen alone with Hine on him. Shotgun formation for Cade Garcia. Straight back in the pocket. He has some time. Now goes deep down the left side, and that is incomplete. Somebody was a miscommunication as the receiver ran an out pattern, and I was lucky that wasn't intercepted. Just kind of floated it into the zone.
Yeah, but kind of a peculiar misfire there because his target was Jack Studer, but as you said, he ran to the sideline and the ball was on the hash mark.
So third down and 8. 26 seconds to go. Big play coming up here for this Eagle offense, trying to extend this drive.
Eagle third down.
Stutzman to the left. Make it the right now of Cade Garcia. 2 receivers left and 2 right. Garcia looking over the defensive line of Whitewater. Pressure in his face, goes down the left sideline. Coming back for the ball is Stubendick again. A back shoulder connection to the Warhawk 43-yard line.
One-on-one coverage down the sideline. And Kyle Koblinger at 5'9" couldn't keep up with the pattern, and the adjustment is really what did it again.
And everybody has kind of been picking a game where they're going to step up. Obviously, last game it was Helterbrand with over 100 yards rushing. Today it's been Stubendick. He's been fantastic, including a touchdown catch on the opening drive. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So buckle your seat belts, take your heart medication, and come back in 60 seconds. We've got fourth quarter WIAC football, number 3 Whitewater, number 9 UWL, back in 60. This is college football on WKTY.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing, and in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson back to the fourth quarter as it's Joey Stutzman who picks up 5 on the first down carry to the 38-yard line. And some nice blocking right edge to spring him for that game.
Yeah, keep the defense honest. And he a great job of following his blockers.
Right now,
second down.
Sorry about that, Terry. 13 carries, 50 yards so far for Stutzman. Now 14 carries, 55 yards. A little over 4 yards per carry. 2 receivers out to the right side, 1 left. Yost in the tight end, right side of the line. Cade Garcia in the pistol formation. Stutzman right behind him. Play action fake. Garcia goes over the middle, and it's going to be caught on a crossing route. That's Cam Sorensen dancing near the sideline, and he's down to the 18-yard line.
Well, we said at halftime, hopefully Garcia will target Cam Sorensen in the second half, and a little bit of a delayed route to the sideline. And the all-conference performer, Cam Sorensen, coming through.
First down and 10 inside the red zone to the 18-yard line. Brant Bowman in the game now for the Eagles as the running back for this particular play or maybe possession. One receiver to each side of the formation. Pistol in the backfield. Garcia takes the snap and fakes the handoff, going on a fade route to the left side. That's Studer trying to get it, and he's not going to be in bounds as the cornerback had great coverage, fighting him all the way to the ground, and then it brings up second down and 10.
You talk about a jump ball situation, huh? Silvo Lanza from Grafton on the one-on-one coverage to the sideline. Looks like he got knee injured, too, on that.
Yeah,
play.
both players were kind of a little bit gimpy going down, so not sure if they banged knees or what, but
ball was well thrown, too.
Yes, it was. Nice jump ball, gave the receiver a chance. 4 receiver set here on this second down play. 2 out to the right, 2 out to the left. Shotgun formation. Bowman to the right of Garcia. They enters in motion to the left, setting up the screen play in the middle. And now here is a blocker in front of Stumendick as he spins inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Close to a first down, might be a yard shy.
Stumendick following behind well-designed play, by the way. Cole Greco from Greenfield, Whitnall High School.
3rd down and 1, a gain of 9 there on the little screen pass. And it seemed a little bit scary with all those bodies right in the middle there, but Stumendick able to make it work. 1 receiver out to the right side, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation again. Kaiser Helterbrand into the game. Brand Bowman off to his left. Quarterback draw time. He has a nice patient run inside the 8 to the 6-yard line, and that's enough for a 1st and 10. 1st and goal coming up for the Eagles.
Ben Hildebrand just pancaked the defender for an easy first down.
Clock goes inside of 13 minutes. Cam Sorensen going to be lined up on the left side. You got trips out to the left side, none right. Helterbrand remains in the game right now. Yost in the tight end on the right side. Bowman right behind Helterbrand. Eagles trying to retake the lead here in this 4th quarter. Kaiser takes the snap. Here's the handoff to Bowman. He is going to squeeze through to the 5 to the 3-yard line, make it the 4. There's going to be a 2-yard gain. Hole closed in a hurry, and 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, but initially a good blocking on the left side. Coleman, Hildebrand, Bongers.
So 2nd down and goal at the 4. Coming up on 12 minutes left to go in this contest. Number 3, Whitewater. Number 9, UW-La Crosse. It's been everything we hoped it would be and more. 2 receivers bunched up to the right side, 2 to the left as well. Now they send Sorensen in motion to the left, so trips left, 1 right. Helterbrand, design, quarterback draw to the right side, and he cuts back up inside, reaches the ball across the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown, UWL.
That time going behind Greco and Bertoya on the right side, and trips to the wide side of the field. He goes to the weak side, follows his blockers. Touchdown, Eagles.
30-28. Eagles back in front with 11:45 to go in the game. Ryan Burns set to kick the extra point to make it a 3-point advantage for UWL. The offense has been fantastic here this afternoon, Terry. Take a look at what the Warhawks have given up on defense. It's been tough sledding against them, but Ryan Byrne makes it 31-28. Going to take a 60-second break. Defense back out on the field trying to get a stop, but we come back. This is college football on WKTY.
Down the right sideline, MVS has it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Hey, La Crosse, nobody talks more Packers football than me. Don't miss the Bill Michaels Show every day, 11 to 2, right here on WKTY. We're going to cover every game, hear from the coaches and the players, and get the inside scoop from the best reporters and experts. That's the Bill Michaels Show, talking Packers football all season long, right here on Western Wisconsin Sports Talk leader, WKTY.
Oh, what a play!
Midwest Family Entertainment.
It might seem too early, but it's definitely not. Holiday decorations are in the stores. You're already starting to think about your shopping list. You don't have time to plan your holiday party. Let us do it. Invite Midwest Family Entertainment to your holiday party. Karaoke, our customized digital photo booth, or we'll just dance the night away. Whether it's a work party, a family get-together, or just hanging out with your friends. We'd love to celebrate the holidays with you.
MidwestFamilyEntertainment.com.
Welcome back to Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson live with you here this afternoon. 31-28 the score, 11:45 left to go. Eagles retake the lead on a 10-play, 75-yard drive spanning 4 minutes, 22 seconds. Helterbrand with a 4-yard run. Kickoff coming through the end zone, and that'll start at the 25 for UW-Whitewater.
We talked at halftime about the efficiency of the Eagles in the red zone. At halftime, there were 3 attempts, and they converted 3 times. Now they're 4 for 4 in the red zone, and that was one of our pregame thoughts back 2 hours ago.
Take a look, even a 25-yard touchdown pass for Brant Bowman, that screenplay, so just outside of the red zone there. And so UWL obviously executing the best they really have all season long on offense from start to finish. They had not scored a first quarter point up until today. 3 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. Lewandowski hands it off to Edmondson, going right side. Pushes his way to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5, maybe 6 to the 31. It's second down and medium.
Good push on that right side of the Warhawk offensive line, getting some good yardage on first down. Seth Roberts getting a good block, number 66.
So second down and 4. 2 receivers off to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol formation to the backfield. Edmondson right behind Lewandowski. Lewandowski looking over the defense of UWL. Tight end goes in motion from right to left. And here's Lewandowski straight back in the pocket. Goes to the right side. Comeback route complete and brought down at the 43-yard line. And again, that's number 2, Tommy Coates. Got to have about 9 catches here this game so far, including 3 touchdowns.
Didn't take Lewandowski long to showcase his arm again. Run one running play and then back in the pocket again.
Coates now with 8 receptions, 3 touchdowns. And he has over 100 yards receiving. 2 receivers out to the left side, 1 right tight end lined up left side. Now a shotgun formation. Edmondson lines up to Lewandowski's left. He's going to take the snap. Handoff is to Edmondson. Edmondson pushes the pile again, gets another 5 or 6 yards out to midfield. Hole looked like it was pretty well closed that time, but just a individual effort there for Jalen Edmondson.
Yeah, just the low man wins, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
The 5'11", 199-pound senior taking the linebacker for a ride there. Brings up second down and 3 at midfield. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the game, UWL with a 28-24 lead, a 31-28 lead. Trips receivers left and 1 right. Shotgun formation. Lewandowski fakes the handoff, goes to the screen pass, almost intercepted, tipped up into the air, caught by Holte, and he's brought down a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Charlie Kramer almost had another pick 6.
Wouldn't that have been special? Charlie Kramer's going to think about that for the next several days. It's like, right to me, I anticipated perfectly, and just tipped it instead of intercepted.
A 2-yard loss. It's going to bring up third down and 5. Man, was that close. Well, he read that. He was about 10 yards away when he started running up to the line of scrimmage and almost got that housed going back the other way.
Well, we know what's coming here. Trips to the wide side. And
2 out to the left. Empty set for Evan Lewandowski. Eagle faithful getting into it, trying to cheer on this defense. And we've got penalty flags. It's going to be a false start on the Whitewater Warhawks. And that should push it back to 3rd and 10.
We know Lewandowski's still going to throw the ball, which is dangerous anytime he does, cocks his arm back. We'll see if the Eagles send a stunt in the form of maybe Ryan Daines on this play.
Josh Dorsner getting the crowd involved.
Nickel defense, too.
3rd down and 10. A.J. Spichala calling out signals from the linebacker spot. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun formation for Lewandowski with running back to his left. He goes straight back in the pocket, 3-step drop, goes to the right side, and that is complete to Hine. You've got to be kidding me, in between the cornerback and the safety. And he gets down to the 27.
Press coverage on the wideouts and late help from the safety.
Just a perfect throw in between the safety help and the cornerback, Kate Osborne. And Hine has had a big game along with Tommy Coates. They pretty much all have, the receivers for Whitewater. 2 receivers off to the left side, none right, shotgun formation again. And here is Lewandowski. Lewandowski, handoff up the middle. Nice cutback move to get a few more yards that time. Tamir Thomas gets about 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Ryan Daines on the tackle. At halftime, he led the Eagles with 6 tackles.
So just a 3-yard pickup there on 1st and 10. Lewandowski and company look to the sideline for the play call here. A couple of substitutions coming in, including Hine and Stolte as well. They're going to line up on the left side of the formation. One receiver out to the right. That's Tommy Coates. Thomas to the left of Lewandowski in the shotgun. It's going to be a fake handoff, wide receiver screen. Stolte's bobbling it the whole way to the ground. He's finally ripped down. Ryan Daines in there, Charlie Kramer in there. Going to be a loss back to the 29-yard line. 3rd down and long.
Tight formation through the back, out of the backfield, and a screen to the boundary side. Eagles right there.
3rd down and 11. Ball at the 28-yard line. 7:37 and counting left to go in this 4th quarter.
Is Lewandowski going to show his magic again here on 3rd and 11?
It's been tough to stop on this down. It's kind of been his money down. The chips are all in. He's been pretty perfect. Trips receivers right and 2 left. Empty set for Evan Lewandowski. Trying to get a win over his former team. Lewandowski trying to draw him off sides. Now we have a penalty flag, and do we have a false start?
Yeah,
yes, we do.
A hard count by Lewandowski worked the other way.
Got his own man to jump. So that'll move him back 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 16. Great job by the Eagles to not jump off sides there and make it 3rd down and 6. Got 3rd down and 16 with 7:15 to go. And now the question is, what's the field goal range for UW-Whitewater? 3 receivers right, 2 left.
Soft coverage now on the wideouts.
They need the 17 for a 1st and 10. Lewandowski straight back in the pocket, has all day to throw. Still looking. Coverage perfect. Almost sacked. Now stepping up, getting away from another defender. Complete to the receiver on the hot route, and he's inside the 15 to the 11-yard line.
He checked every one of his progressions and finally found a safety valve for a 1st down. You are kidding me.
Shelvin Garrett the second with the reception. They needed the 17. They got the 12. It's 1st and 10. And that had to have taken 9 seconds of game clock for him to finally let go of that football. Almost sacked twice. Eagles got to get a stop here. They're making it tougher on them, but they got to get a stop. 1 receiver to each side. Here's the handoff to Jalen Edmondson. He's ripped down from behind, back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Number 39 for the Eagles. That was Jack Anderson, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Jack Anderson. I'm not surprised at that. He is one special player, no question about it, from Minneapolis. Which one of the Eagles now are going to make a big play here as the Warhawks are in the red zone?
We saw Elijah Alt right before the half make the interception in the end zone after the kick return for Jalen Edmondson. Brought the Warhawks to about the 13-yard line. That was right before halftime. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. Edmondson to the left of Lewandowski. A strike to the left side. That's incomplete. A little bit low and a little bit behind the intended target, Tommy Coates, and it's 3rd and 10 again.
Dorsher back in, took a little break on one play. Let's see if he can do something here on 3rd down. Keep him fresh, get his hands up.
Once again, these crowd trying to help the Eagles in any way they can. Get a stop, get off the field, force them to kick a field goal, where you've already blocked one of them this afternoon. 1 receiver lined up to the right side, 3 to the left. Shotgun formation for Lewandowski. Strasburg to his right. Has all day to throw again. Pressure comes. He steps up, avoids it, fires into the end zone, and it's incomplete. He dropped it. Unable to come down with it in the corner of the end zone, Nick Wind. And it brings up 4th down and 10, and the Warhawks will have to kick a field goal.
Yeah, well, he ran out of real estate, too, despite it, and dropped it. Good coverage that time by the Eagles. Let's credit them for doing a great job. And Shane Lang coming in from Ellsworth, the home of the Janky boys.
Isatala McGuire will kick this one from 29 yards away. Eagles looking for another special teams play. Snap, hold, kick. It's up, and it is good. So UW-Whitewater has tied it up with 5:26 remaining in the contest. And the Eagles will get the football back, and we'll keep it here for the time being, Terry. Actually, a 30-second break. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
Guys, just a reminder that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this is a great time to show that you care and to help spread the word about breast cancer awareness. Now, there are a lot of ways that you can support the women in your life. One of them is to join Olson Solar Energy and Midwest Family in wearing pink every Friday this month. Real men wear pink. Join Olson Solar Energy, First Business Solutions, and Midwest Family. In October, real men wear pink.
Welcome back to college football. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson live with you here this afternoon. 31-31, a top 10 matchup with 5:26 to go in the game here on Oktoberfest weekend in La Crosse.
If you're going to script the rest of the game, here's what you would do. You would not give the ball back to the Warhawks. Certainly, you would just methodically go down the field, 8 yards, 6 yards, 4 yards, and then maybe set up a spectacular throw. But Eagles need to control the ball here the remainder of this game.
Kick coming up from McGuire as he booms it to about the 8-yard line. And here's Brant Bowman going to keep it himself. And he's out to about the 24, and he hits a UW-Whitewater wall there. And it brings up first down and 10 from that spot. The last drive, 12 plays, 63 yards. And Isatala McGuire, a 29-yard field goal.
Yeah, the best coverage of the afternoon for the Warhawks. Number 4, Tegan Christensen from Janesville Craig making the open field tackle.
So they say officially the 23-yard line is where UWL will start this next drive. 5:21 remaining. And it kind of sets up what happened in Wayne State. The last 6 minutes of the drive, UWL had the football and Wayne State couldn't get it back. That would be perfect scenario for this Eagle offense again. We'll see if they can do it. 2 receivers left and 1 right. It's Kaiser Helterbrand. Quick hitch route, trying to come back to the football with Sorensen, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Hine right there.
Dangerous with Hine breathing into the ears of Sorensen, too. I don't know. I didn't like that play. Did you?
No, I get it.
Oh, gosh.
2nd down and 10.
You just see him jump the route, and all of a sudden, 6 points for the Warhawks.
So 3 receivers off to the left side, 1 to the right.
The other reason I don't like it now, we got 2nd and 10.
Yep. See if they keep on the air or go to the ground. Helterbrand running back to his left. That's Stutzman. And here is the quarterback draw. Kind of delayed quarterback draw. He's able to get out of it, and a flag comes down. He's going to get taken down at the 31-yard line.
That is on the Eagles.
Yep.
We haven't had many penalties, but we got a hold, I think.
Penalties for both teams have been fairly scarce. Obviously, you had a couple of false start penalties by the Warhawks on that last drive.
That might be on Noah Coleman, but I mentioned in the first half, these officials have done a really nice job, and you're selected to work a game based on your ratings, and they have done well.
So bring it back to the 13-yard line. Second down and 20 coming up. And now you're kind of asking for trouble, depending on the play that you run here. Might just see a screen from Stubendick. It's worked a couple of times here in this game. Sorensen going to be the sole receiver on the right side of the formation. 3 bunched up to the left, and Stutzman to the left of Kaiser Helterbrand in the shotgun. Ball at the UWL 13. Helterbrand straight back in the pocket, has time. Now it collapses on him, has to get rid of it, and he finds Stubendick to about the 19-yard line, so he gets something back. They say officially the 20, and that's a 7-yard pickup. 3rd down and 13 upcoming.
I think Sorensen was his hot receiver, but again, good coverage on the backside, and Stubendick, he found him for a little gain. Still a tough situation. 3rd down and 12.
So the Eagles have to get to the 33-yard line for a 1st and 10. Standing at the 20-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Helterbrand in the shotgun with Stutzman off to his left. Straight back in the pocket is Kaiser. And he's got to let it go, and he does, and that's over the middle. That's complete on a crossing route. Now they say the ball is loose, and does Whitewater have it? Whitewater comes away from the bottom of the pile. Eagles are saying he's down, and this is a critical call here, Terry.
This is a discussion. I think he
Ryan Bartle.
I don't like the body language of the official. I think he was down, and that's what I think the discussion is all about.
Bartle was the recipient of that catch. And Coach Janis is absolutely livid right now. And it's going to be UW-Whitewater football at the 35.
I think a replay of that would show that he was down.
Now the defense has to make the stand again here. 4:09 to go here in this contest.
Well, they're certainly capable of making a big play.
Had a couple of interceptions so far.
And it begins with pressure on Lewandowski.
Yep. And that's unfortunately been few and far between. Hopefully they can start right now. Jalen Edmondson lined up to the right of Lewandowski in the shotgun. 2 receivers lined up to the right side, 1 to the left. Lewandowski in the shotgun, hands it off. Edmondson up the middle, big hole in the secondary, down to the 20, make it the 18-yard line, and a 17-yard gash on 1st and 10.
Gash is right behind Seth Roberts and Addison DeChambeau at 6'7", 356 pounds, led the way.
1st and 10 for the Warhawks at the Eagle 18-yard line. Going to bring up 1 receiver out to the right side, to the 2 to the right side, and 1 to the left. Pistol in the backfield, running back right behind Evan Lewandowski. Now a couple of tight ends go in motion. Line up on the left side of the line. It's going to be a miscommunication between Lewandowski and the running back as he turned the wrong way, and Lewandowski just keeps it himself, picks up maybe 5 yards.
Yeah. Funny that Lewandowski didn't see that because the runner was to his right and the play was designed to go to his left behind their 2 tight ends.
So 2nd and 5, 3:10 to go here. Lewandowski does what he can out of that play. The Eagle defense going to be stripping at the football here pretty soon.
Certainly the Warhawks in no hurry, keeping an eye on the play clock, which is now down to 10.
All 3 timeouts for both these teams. 1 receiver out to the right side and 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, running back to the right of is Edmondson. He's going to take the handoff. Nothing there. Maybe got to the 11. Gain of maybe 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and about 3.
Eagle defense stepping up on that play. Looks like
Edmondson with a carry.
Looks like shaken up on that tackle, number 39, too.
Jack Anderson.
He's
kind of come off the field slowly a couple of times, once after his sack, and hopefully he's able to return 3rd down and 3. That's the benefit of all these defensive linemen and the depth they have. They can just cycle guys in, whether it be injuries or rest. And it looks like the Whitewater Warhawks are going to be calling a timeout here once it hits 1 or so. Once it hits 2 officially. So 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Warhawks with a 3rd down and 3. Eagles with all 3 of their timeouts. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout ourselves and be back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
The new WKTY Cares campaign, sponsored by the Pratt Lumber Company of La Crosse and Reinhardt Food Service, is the new way WKTY gives back to our community. Focusing on area programs that support our local kids, athletics, and those in need, WKTY Cares is aiming to make lives better in the Cooley region, with targeted donations to local programs whose primary goal is also helping those in need. In September, the WKTY Cares campaign is proud to award Rush Wisconsin West Soccer as our August donation recipient, thanks to Pratt Lumber Company of La Crosse and Reinhardt Food Service.
Welcome back to Roger Herring Stadium. Drew Kelly and Terry Erickson live with you here this afternoon as it's getting down to crunch time. Terry, 2 minutes, 2 seconds left. We've got a 3rd down and 3 at the Eagle 11-yard line, and not quite the game, but it's getting down there. The plays are going to become critical from here on out.
Yeah, and the Eagles with their front 4 and their entire defensive unit capable of making a play. Let's see if maybe in the form of Ryan Daines or one of their defensive backs.
So 3rd and 3. They'll line up with the shotgun again. Running back is Preston Strasburg to the right of Lewandowski. Jumbo package. Everybody up there looking like run blockers. Lewandowski takes the snap, handoff to Strasburg. He takes the left edge, and I don't think he got it. I think he's going to be short by a half yard, Terry.
Well,
Going to be 4th down and 1, and Coach Janis immediately calls for a timeout.
A huge play by A.J. Spicciala from Muskego. Just hung on for dear life, and you're right, did not get it.
Going to be 4th down and a yard. I'm going to say officially the 10-yard line, so that's a good 2 yards shy there, Terry. So I thought they were going to give them the 9, and now they do. A little bit late on the chain movement, but now this is huge because if they decide to go for it, and you're able to stop them somehow from a yard away.
Well, I don't know if you're a gambler.
Game.
This is such a difficult situation for coaches to determine. Well, should I take the field goal, a chance of blocked, or should I rely on my big offensive line to get a first down?
Yep. And obviously the Eagles, if you do not get the first down, would have it at their own 9-yard line. So it'll be a decision for Coach Bolus to make, and it's been a back-and-forth affair this entire contest. Eagles took a 7-0 lead to begin. Whitewater right back. Eagles answered with a field goal. Whitewater answered with a touchdown. And then a blocked field goal at the end of the half, or near the end of the half, made it 17-14. And it's been back and forth here to the second half as well. So they're going to kick the field goal. So number 31, Jeffrey Isotalo McGuire will kick it away from 26 yards. Eagles looking for another field goal block here. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's no good. He missed it off to the left. He missed a 26-yard field goal with 1:53 to go in the game, and the Eagles are going to have it.
And Kevin Bowles thinking, why didn't I go for that?
Wow.
That was just a chip shot, too.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I was thinking if it wasn't a block, it was no way going to miss, and it just pulled it a little bit off to the left side.
I mean, it was high enough nobody was going to block, and it was a perfect snap, perfect hold.
And the Eagles are going to get it at the 20-yard line with 1:53 left to go.
Kind of like one of my chip shots around the green. High enough, but nowhere near the green.
Right. So it'll be UWL with the football. It'll be Cade Garcia as the quarterback on this possession. 3 receivers bunched up to the right side, 1 to the left. Garcia in the shotgun.
Ball security, Drew. How about that?
Yep. Cade takes the snap, straight back in the pocket. Looks for somebody open, fires, and it's intercepted on the play. It just sailed on him. And getting the interception there, number 11, Egan Hine.
Did you notice how I groaned when he went back to throw? I know they're Eagles trying to get something, but now you give the ball back to the hands of Lewandowski. Oh, my.
Going to be at the 36-yard line. 1:46 to go. So elation turns into horror for the Eagle faithful, as that was the first play from scrimmage. As we said, the receiver seemed to be open. The ball just kind of sailed there on Cade Garcia. And now the defense has to come up with another stop. Going to be first down and 10 at the Eagle 36.
You're asking a lot for that Eagle defense.
You are. Because they've started to finally get the job done these last couple of possessions. 2 receivers to the right side, little tight end set to the left. Lewandowski in the shotgun formation. 1 second on the play clock to get it away. Handoff is to Edmondson, and he hits a hole, and he is going to get wrapped up, still trying to fight his way forward. And it's going to be a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down and 8.
Edmondson's making sure he's got 2 hands wrapped around that ball. Not worried more about fumble than he is getting additional yardage.
2nd down and 8 upcoming. Just in theory, from here it would be a 51-yard field goal. Obviously, the Warhawks looking to get a little bit closer than that. 2 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Lewandowski looking over the Eagle defense. Takes the snap. 2-step drop. Goes to the right side. A streak route. Almost intercepted on the deflection. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Perfect defense. Charlie Kramer using a 6'3" frame, shielding the ball from the receiver.
Almost an interception there. As we mentioned, Jake Shara had his mitts on it after the deflection, but just couldn't come up with it. And it's 3rd down and 8. And I would think you would have to pass here if you're Whitewater to get a little bit more yardage for your kicker, should you not pick up a 1st and 10. 1 receiver out to the right side, 3 to the left. Lewandowski in the shotgun. Receiver goes a little bit closer to the line, and now we've got a timeout by UWL, and they're going to have one left with a minute to go in the game. Quick 30-second break for us as well. Be back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
Watching the Packers for Thursday Night Football on some streaming service? Yeah, not going to be great. Watching the Packers for Thursday Night Football in Lambeau Field, that is going to be great. So let's go to Lambeau Field for Thursday Night Football. The Packers and the Titans. Thursday night, November 17th in Lambeau Field. You get the Motor Coach Transportation, the pregame tailgate party, and you get excellent seats in Lambeau. Thanks to Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Get your tickets now at RadioStuffStore.com.
Welcome back to college football on WKTY. Appreciate everybody tuning in here to today's game. People from outside the La Crosse area who just want to see what this game will come down to. It's 31-31 with a minute to go. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Whitewater at the UWL 34-yard line. An incompletion right before then, almost an interception. Eagles will have one timeout. Whitewater will have 2. It's going to be a 4-receiver set, 2 to each side. Strasburg to the left of Evan Lewandowski. Eagle faithful getting into it again. Lewandowski backs up to his Eagle 39-yard line. Evan takes the snap. 2-step drop over the middle slant. Pattern complete. 1st down across the 25 to the 22-yard line. And just a break in coverage, and Strasburg, it looked like, made the catch in this 1st down.
Well, sometimes when you stunt linebackers, that the Eagles did that time, you open up lanes, you open up areas, and Lewandowski took advantage of it.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles, for the Warhawks, rather. 2 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. 36 seconds to go. Here is the handoff. It's going to be Strasburg weaving through defenders, and he gets to the 19-yard line.
Dane's making sure he didn't get any more yardage than that, trying to set up another field goal, of course, with that run.
And I think Coach Janis is just going to try to ice him, use that final timeout for that, as we're inside of 15 seconds.
Warhawks with 1 timeout, and they use it.
Yep, 10 seconds left. So this pretty much comes down to this here, Terry, with 9 seconds remaining, 31-31. We'll see if Coach Janis decides to ice the kicker as well, but or if he keeps him for his possible offensive plays.
I don't know. He's got 2 left. So
he's got 1.
He's got 1. Yep. So I don't know. We'll see what. I guess it depends upon what the Warhawks show when they break the huddle.
Yep. We've already seen a blocked kick from Josh Dorschner. It was picked up by Tate Pilcher and lateraled to Cade Osborne, who took it the rest of the way for the touchdown. That was towards the end of the 1st half. We'll see if they can get some penetration. Also had that 26-yard field goal that was missed by Isatalo McGuire. See if it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there just to maybe put it in the spot that the kicker wants. It'll be 1 receiver out to each side. Lewandowski runs to the right side, then takes a seat at the 22-yard line, 21-yard line, rather. And another timeout coming for Whitewater.
Well, McGuire gets a chance to redeem himself. How do you like that? A freshman from Pinnacle High School in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been at that school a few times.
Eagles will go to the huddle and try to figure out the best way to possibly block 1 more kick to get us into overtime. Let's take one final 30-second break. Be back after this. This is college football on WKTY.
Midwest Family has a chance for all of us together to make some miracles happen. Join us in Gunderson Health System for the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon coming up October 13th and 14th. All the money raised stays right here at home. And during the Radiothon, you'll hear stories from families helped by your generosity. Thanks to Stanek Electric, Mark Jewelers, and River Valley Remodelers for their support. And thank you for helping to make miracles happen. Find all the information you need on the CMN Radiothon with Midwest Family at AroundRiverCity.com.
This is the game. It's going to be a 39-yard field goal and, of course, an icing of head coach Matt Janis. And Isatala McGuire will have to think about it just a little bit longer, Terry.
I think there's a little pressure on an 18-year-old kid, freshman.
You're the number 3 team in the country on the road against the number 9 team in the country. Appreciate everybody tuning in again. Firefighters Credit Union, our sponsor. We appreciate their sponsorship here this afternoon as well.
Well, we knew this would be a great game, but it's better than great.
Yeah.
It's just one for the ages.
And, last year it was different. It was 13-7. It was kind of a slugfest.
Yeah.
This one
not
is
really exciting.
Right. I mean, it was obviously plenty exciting at the end and some great defensive plays, but this has just been back and forth the whole affair, and it's going to come down to this. Isatala McGuire from 39 yards away. He's 0 for 2 from field goals. Or excuse me, he's 1 for 3. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is good. And Whitewater has taken the lead with 3 seconds to go, and the Eagles will try a lateral kick return.
It was perfect. Right down the middle, nice and high, and collectively the hearts stopped on the Eagle sideline.
Yep. So 34-31, UWL. You can kind of just see the looks on their faces, just dejection. And we talked to Coach Janis about why these guys came back. A lot of them kind of delaying graduation, and it was for this game. And obviously the game isn't over yet officially. Do have to have one final return. Hopefully a miracle can take place for the Eagles. But, it doesn't say anything about UWL other than they're one of the top 10 teams in the country. I think that just kind of solidifies it right there. Obviously, it's a difficult environment that Whitewater had to come through, but, you're kind of so close to kind of getting over the top. So we'll see what happens here with this kick return. 34-31, 3 seconds to go. Kaiser Helterbrand back there. Cade Garcia back there. Ben Michalowski back there as well. Probably a squib kick coming up. I'd imagine.
I would think so. Right, perhaps the middle of the field.
Yep. Number 95, Boyd Dose. Or excuse me, number 15, I should say, Nathan Custer will kick it off. The ball falls off the tee. And they'll re-tee it. And do it again. Roger Herring Stadium, the location, UW-La Crosse, 34-31 Whitewater. Eagles looking for a miracle. Here's a line drive kick. It's picked up by Michalowski. He's going to take a seat with 2 seconds left.
Okay.
So only takes a second off, and probably thinking that their own offensive playbook might be more apt for a Hail Mary type of play than a kickoff return.
Well, Garcia can throw it 50 yards in the air.
Yep.
And
maybe a lateral backwards, and who the heck knows?
Yeah, like a
50-yard hook and lateral.
A hook and ladder, I've seen it used many times over the years. We used to use it when I played.
34-31, final play of the game. UWL has got to go 78 yards for a score. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Kaiser Helterbrand, the quarterback. Rolls out to the right side, now escapes, goes backwards, fires to Stutzman at the 25-yard line. Stutzman fires across the field, and it's going to be through the offensive lineman's hands, goes to the opposite end of the field. Matthias Enters wasn't ready for it, and that's going to be the ball game.
Well, I'm somewhat deflated and somewhat stunned and highly disappointed.
Alex Bongers was the intended kind of target for that lateral there, and Matthias Enters was right behind him. Final score in this one, UW-Whitewater gets out of UW-La Crosse with a 3-point victory. We're going to take a 2-minute break, give you some final stats, and wrap things up from Roger Herring Stadium after this. This is college football on WKTY.
Merv from Verve here. It's fall, so it's corn maze season, which means it's pumpkin spice loan season at Verve, which means I'm up on a post dressed as a scarecrow scaring away crows and loan payments.
You don't scare me.
Hello, Mr. Crow. Why are you on my shoulder?
It's what we do.
Well, what I do is help people make smart financial decisions.
Can I get a pumpkin spice loan?
Can you make a video call?
Did you say video call or video?
The first one. You can see and talk to a Verve lender from wherever you are. And right now, when you bring your vehicle loan to Verve, you'll enjoy 90 days no pay. We'll give you a low rate and instant approval.
I think I'll make that video right now.
The Pumpkin Spice Loan from Verve. Get started today at pumpkinspiceloan.com. Verve, a credit union. Federally insured by NCUA. Loan rates, terms, conditions, and instant approval based on credit qualifications, account relationship, and approval. Membership eligibility required. Subject to change without notice. Interest will accrue with the Pumpkin Spice Loan.
If it's happening in Wisconsin sports, you'll hear about it on the Wisco Sports Show.
David Gasper, read his stuff reviewing the brew. Let's just go right into the random brewers. 2 words for your clue. Rule 5.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who is it?
Wei Chung Wong.
Yes! I thought he was going to be this next big ticket. And he never played, and then he was just gone.
Yeah.
But we talked
That's
about it.
He was terrible.
Well, yeah, he sucked.
They kept him in there all season long, so they were a man down in the bullpen, and then the bullpen ended up being super fatigued by the time they got to August and September. Remember the collapse in 2014? That was part of it. So Wei Chung Wong indirectly led to the collapse of the Brewers in 2014.
This is why I have you on. This is why we do this stupid segment. It's because we forget about history. If we don't remember our history, we are doomed to repeat it.
Talking Wisconsin sports with Grant Bills. It's the Wisco Sports Show on WKTY.
If you're a sports fan, you can't afford to miss the Dan Patrick Show on WKTY. First album that you bought. It was in the late 60s, so Pink Floyd or might have been the Stones, I think. Todd, first album.
Billy Joel, Glass Houses. Came out in the spring of 1980. I heard it at a friend's house. By a day or two later, I had to run out and get it on my cassette.
Seton?
Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil.
Right?
Yeah, I was 5 years old. The video on MTV was like the coolest thing ever. And not only did I have the cassette tape, but, Paul, you'll appreciate this, I also had a Motley Crue Shout at the Devil Velcro wallet that I left on a ride in Florida. We went to Disney World in Florida, and I left my wallet on one of those rides, and I was so upset that I lost my Motley Crue wallet.
Don't miss the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings 9 to 11 on WKTY, 96.7 FM, 580 AM.
Welcome back to college football on WKTY 96.7 FM, 580 AM, streaming live, WKTYsports.com/video. Drew Kelly, Terry Erickson live with you here this evening. Tough loss for the Eagles as they fall in this one on a last-second field goal, 34-31. Taking a look at the stat sheet, Terry, you just take a look at the turnovers. That's really what that jumps out. Obviously, you know, the missed field goal, you had a chance to kind of come down and have the last-second field goal of your own, and then an interception on the first play. A fumble previously, before that also, when it looked like Ryan Bartle was down, set the Whitewater Warhawks up in great field position. And, you know, with a team like Whitewater, you just can't make those mistakes late in the game.
Well, pivotal call. I hope indeed the officials got it right, because that was a game-changing call that sometimes goes your way and sometimes doesn't. I'd say, you know, if I was going back to 5 minutes and change to go in the game, giving the script was to take the ball down the field and kick a field goal, or at least not give the ball back to Lewandowski. We gave it back to him twice, and he converted. So, you know, things just didn't turn out in terms of taking the ball and possessing it, and that was a key point in the game.
You take a look at, obviously, the stats, as we mentioned. You take a look at 175 passing yards for the Eagles, 118 yards rushing on 31 carries. Evan Lewandowski came in here and just basically was the difference in the game. 26-34, 4 touchdowns, 347 yards. Had that one pick in the goal line. Tommy Coates, who wasn't even on the first 3 guys as far as leading receivers, 8 catches, 105 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And there was some more opportunities for them to make touchdowns as well with wide open guys. just a really good offense.
I mentioned early on that Lewandowski is a D3 player with D1 skills.
Yep.
And it shows with 347 yards and 4 touchdowns. Credit his offensive line. He's one of my players of the game for Whitewater, and the other one is Tommy Coates, who has 8 catches and 3 touchdowns. And he sure showed his abilities catching the ball here this afternoon.
You talk about the two-quarterback system. Obviously, both guys had their moments. Helterbrand going in there, kind of the goal line situation. And the one thing we talked about at the pregame show, Terry, was the getting off to a fast start. And that had been completely missing from the UWL offense pretty much all year. 0 points scored until today. And this time it was right from the beginning. First series, they went out and scored a 65-yard touchdown drive to begin the game, and they were ready. There was no question they were prepared and ready to go in this game.
Yeah, my pride continues to be at an all-time high for the Eagles. Their effort, their enthusiasm, their preparation, second to none. I know it's deflating, especially all the time and effort that the players and the coaches have put in. And there were years broadcasting, watching, officiating when clearly Whitewater was better, stronger, quicker, better athletes all around. But that is not the case in 2021 and 2, because the Eagles are at the same level as the Warhawks, and that is certainly is a defining statement in terms of where we are going with this program.
Yeah, obviously the gap has closed, certainly. At some point, the wins will come. It's obviously been 19 years now. Back to 2004 was the last time that UWL won against Whitewater. Got to go back to Perkins Stadium next year. Big thing for the Eagles, rebound and regroup. It's a deflating loss, but you have a long season ahead of you and a lot of great goals still ahead for UWL.
Yeah, throughout the rest of the evening and maybe even into Sunday, the disappointment will continue, but then right away at Stout, which we will be at next Saturday, and then 5 conference games after that. So certainly the Eagles need to focus on that, but Whitewater needs to also focus on, if they want to repeat as conference champs, their schedule will not be easy either. One last comment about when I look at statistics. Max Stupendek has had a good career, but I think this was the best performance he has ever had. Listen to this: 8 catches, 79 yards, and a 1 TD, and 4 kickoff returns for 109 yards. He had a complete effort, and so did Ryan Daines, who led the Eagles with 9 tackles.
So the Eagles fall in this one 34-31. We've had 2 games, unfortunately, coming with the Eagles losing, but these last 2 games against Whitewater, 2 of the best games I've ever called individually as a broadcaster. Just an honor to be a part of it.
And you called a great game, by the way, too. You really did.
Appreciate it, sir. So the Eagles will go to 3-1, 0-1 in conference play. Look to bounce back next week against Stout. We will be there with video coverage, WKTYSports.com/video and the WKTY app, as well as around River City on Roku and Apple TV. But we will talk to you next week. For Faith Rose, for Teague upstairs, for Terry Erickson, myself, I'm Drew Kelly saying so long. This has been College Football on WKTY. Good night.